right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show Wednesday afternoon. Yamamu nyina ha. Yamamu Kwaba. Baby bia wotemen kan na wi bia no. Machia wo na wi minim so wa bibia di mo join here on your Facebook page. Augustina Ganda is here. Ni Ivan Isaac Kwame and your boy George. We have senior man here. Yamamu nyina akwaba. Wa mo a various offices ya motemenka awie me mamu ha mo amote ye kamu etukwan mo amoti boat uba yango ba kono de say shatawale de say shatawale you know they say shatani oche. Okay, so mo ti chichi nyina nso no yama mo nyina akwaba Abdul Majid, thank you. Aguda is here. Nana Kofi Ahin Kinsley, Shazi. Okay, so that is Shatawali's own. All right, a good one there. Yama mo nyina akwaba na na menkai mo ade we eye pa sa anwumwe a eya mebono ma oman emu asem ehia, right, at any point in time ma oman mu asem ehia. Mahmoud Kabore, my old soldier, fantastic communicator. Bro, thank you for the support. Me pacho bet me join here and so Citizen TV Ghana. That's the YouTube page. Agoja Ibrahim, Ralph Ken, our Labadi. Labadi for you Damwase. All right, so on my way muasem ehia. Don't sit somewhere and claim media menye politics. One statement obi a mehu se sa statement ni bia free nanum wa babia no. I consider the person as an irresponsible person, a reckless person. What is politics? Our day-to-day affairs as a country. You must show concern. You must be part. You must have an opinion. I quite remember in 2008, me joining a year multimedia from Eba Accra. I kept on saying this thing. Yes, we have a problem that you cannot sit on radio and tell me, say, neutral and to the minor Kobiano, you don't have an opinion. That is stupidity. Thank God, now you can see the dynamics in radio are changing. The dynamics are changing. Now even your senior for no ye beto omo no those days ye beto adakabre no money Kwame Sefaka no money, those guys they tell you open so your radio would ye neutral. Those days ye be a Hello FM no na Father Dixon owura Kwame despite on ba no mu tu ye fo a cheso ma bin o radio mu o catch you say you dey Jinamfinfi. What is the meaning of Jinamfinfi? I am a citizen. Baby, on my no economy to be in Jinamfinfi. And there is no need to Jinamfinfi. At any point in time, you must have an opinion on national issues. You must call out people. Those who are wrong, tell them you are wrong. Those who are right, tell them you are right. And I'm glad today the likes of Johnny Hughes, right? Speaking their minds. Even, I think Evans Mensah also a similar program on Joy FM. Speaking, your friend is saying, Bernard Affle too has been doing it. Whether it's against NDC or it's against MPP, that is not that issue. And even senior man, so, and Yare Jojo, and say, what try? Oh, no, Tuba could be a firm. You understand? Adakabre, I've heard them. Now they are taking you. You see, in the process of building a country, you should take a position. In the process of building a country, you should take a position. You cannot sit on the fence and tell us, media me politics, media me position, media. You see, we don't care. And let me tell you this: whether you be considered as an MPP person or NDC person, I mean, don't give a damn about it. Bobie NDC, and so what? And so what? And so what? Bobie and this is what? Timino, I market no koto entosi abode no. E wa na meso betono. Right now turn abode no. Sa na metono. Uko ANC more me call. You don't have a different market awotoniema papa. You don't have a different market where you buy things cheap. Right? And me come market baby nebo media metoniema ne boarding. We buy it at the same prices. When we drive our cars, echo a fuel stations are the pump price. And I'm glad today the media fraternity, they have realized, as some of the Biana, I kept on telling them that, look, don't sit on radio, don't sit on TV, telling people that we are neutral. You are an accomplice in the face of tyranny, dictatorship, bad governance. When you claim you are neutral. Say what 70 yo, say yo, have a position. Be bold to criticize John Mahama. Be bold to criticize Akufo-Addo. Be bold to criticize the MPP. Be bold to criticize the NDC. Take a position. Don't sit on the fence. Don't sit there and watch people. So you meet doctors. They tell you, be a doctor. Media menya politics. Meanwhile, so I can say all political decisions as say a health sector no bebre. Out of stupidity, no, I could be in a small clinic. I do be by area manaba. On the Obenya, no, I didn't hear any mabedi. Nti, the ref say, and your man, you know, a bit you know, doctors to say, wow. The Binum Benina, they will need to fall on the state. And that is the reason why, whether you become a musician, whether you become a doctor, a footballer, a radio broadcaster, and found the other baby piano, so keen interest in our mind today, so keen interest in nation building. Stand up and be counted. Let us hear your voice on the streets. That one day, when you are not more there, at least. Mahmoud Kabori says we must take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. Stand up and be counted. Stand up. I'm glad the way, yes, you may not like other media practitioners or more opinion, but it's good that now, because me in 2008, when I maybe multimedia, no, those days you can't, you dare not. But today, and I feel good. You may disagree with the person, but at least send a sense. Say, look, we cannot sit on the fence and watch. We need to be part. Is the best way to go. Ma my we mun seme enye we hia sem. Na adwene ho anopa awia ni anadwo. So bompa ya no aka Ghana. We are in a very critical situation now. I've heard people talking about this Israeli Palestinians issue. Eventually to escalate. So, ama gold price kosro, ama cocoa price kosro, ama oil price kosro. Can we benefit from this? Tor is down. We cannot process ye crude oil. Ye kofa finished products and eba. Then, when you have bad leadership, and when you have a president who is a thief, a criminal, like a Kufuado, no matter how your mineral resources a bono be kosro a jamansono, it's obvious that Ghana ye nyahon faso biara. The ordinary citizen nyahon faso bi. I wish that they will not steal the money. We come here, we sit here, we criticize because somebody is shortchanging the future of this country. OBS and the destiny. As we speak now, there are problems with Burkina. They are battling the jihadists. Our neighboring countries, issues, problems. Unfortunately, we have a government. What should I ask? Or the a friend say, what do you call it? PFJMU. But now a conduit to steal the money. Or my when you wake up as a Ghanaian and a come at the war, one thing penny is about him, a kufado a yes cano, Baumia yes cano. Because if not a yes stealing, let's go and check the amount of money omodia share a year PFJMU. The kind of crops are almost say almost boami adua. Today, Yanso Akufo-Addo Nsamfani corner off na on point one dam. A year dam no esi was a dam ni enie. Na dam no year adwuma. Buakuafo none. They just decided to use it and chop. And I know na Kumasifo busa. You say one constituency $1 million no. Say $1 million sikano. So what tape no? $1 million for one constituency no. Emu 30% equal MPP. Eye party executives or constituency ni enchain. 30%. On my sika, odo on my sika my party for di. Uye otie for utie mi. Are you not angry? Is it not a sad situation? What a taxi muna utie mi a taxi driver. How long and what drive you nothing. Then you have a stupid person be sitting at MPP constituency office. They have turned politics into business venture. organized crime. Aban say $1 million for one a constituency mebua, each constituency mebua. Not knowing say $1 million and 30% be a constituency. Sa constituency na 30% echo a party executive so 30% out of $1 million say kwame say ubo trim ko kwame nansia na we school say $300,000 $1 million 30%. Say 300,000. Yeah. Omo di. Omo che. Omo che chama omo. Ya no kura no constituency chairman for ntimi meka because can enko. Ya na akodi wuntumi ho. Akwa no ohun sa press conference no. Onkai. Ya last week kumase for MPP for no be ye press conference say sika na akodi wuntumi ho. Party for no de no. The whole 47 constituencies no in the Ashanti region no almost 30% each na kodi wuntumi ho, and wuntumi should account for it. Adentina say obu o man sa nanado why ma wo man mu nsem enye we hia sem na adwene hu anopa awia se wo bompa ya kai Ghana sufre wo nyankopon. Why do you do this to a country like Ghana? Why? Why? What are dear ewo Lord kwamwe wie na wotemenia? Are you not angry? Asemwe enya hometesem enya ya. Sama fa oman sika. Me chama me party fuadi. I say no. And when basic education and kwalabeka say ye ni books o na adutum edidi o matem. We don't have money. We don't have money. Asemwe wo ye Ghana ni na sa woto na ase onka bia busa ho 30% of $1 million. 70 no obi busa me say na 70 no match. On se ba omi abeka say wo constituency a wan kwa akwaji usika entem no. Omo tinka ombe wiya sika no adi. Yeah. But Omia knows that the Kufado is a thief, a criminal. Wasu adwuma no afri no ho. $1 million ni ye Ghana ifo ye sika o. Ya say constituency be $1 million for every constituency they develop o. Anya sa. Let the Kufado be bold one day to come and tell us. Let JFK or their chairman Matisi and Stephen Timiare or person resign as national chairman and run a here. Let them come out. Ma omu communicators no me point it. Omu communicators no they should come and point. Say constituency way $1 million no project ni bi $1 million no project ni bi they should point. I don't think I'm yes, sir. MPP, why? I don't think I'm deep bonnet, sir. Why? So when we come here and sit here near Kasa, sometimes I know I'm here now ubuakufu no akwakade any question because you ask yourself so many questions that yes we know politicians are bad, we know politicians are liars, yes we know I mean I'll be the last person to sit here and admit that, yes, we have a political party made up of angels like NDC. No. I'm not too stupid like that. What is happening in Boko? Or being checking my head. I'm not too stupid to accept that NDC, I mean, it's okay. But I get confused, I get sad, and I get angry to realize that we have an evil person leading this country. Very evil. Just check a nyama Akufo-Addo aye nyina na ka chem say enye evil. COVID funds at the time we have a critical situation. Esikafo yi om sika ba amanfo eboa ya kanipa gudem amanfo adwuma sai abrofo beboa ye with money. No afa money ni dia akoma party executives na omo eche sika no wonya baifo a. How can you do this unless you are a demon? So money to umu. That is the only description. This is some money to mu and son what me ayesade no. As we speak, about 18 billion Ghana cedis of COVID funds, they cannot account for it. About 18 billion Ghana cedis, they can't account. Or more US can go outside. Canada Japan so much changes coming into foreign currencies. And they go outside. Why? We are good chroma and I chronum for nya binie. We do go baby. Cayman Islands, Comoros, no makoto to Japadia mo mano, mato to dying, and then I'm who say almost say Jankuma. I thought a dime was London 9.3 million pounds or something. Why are you doing this? Adebia, it's like we have leadership, a president and his vice. As a omokoda beye and they meet in the night and think how omobe tear the country down. They don't care. Whatever happens to this country, they don't care. Akufo-Addo mpiemra metre $1 million no. Ya internet so on my way mu asem ehia o. Baby be a waterbanka and area, TME. And it's very interesting how some of the MPP guys are waking up to realize and Nema air to my way. Yanko tia sticker. Sticker ye a Kumasin Shiaso MP. Or that's all Maslock. Sticker that's all Maslock. One deputy minister of trade. Yeah.
so anana say yes ehuni
ene die
aye samiti hoyi wadwuma wuyi obia o stika sa no mo ka bia no mo boa stika onimade stika intelligence stika is obi wa kan you say but na ni so ahye no de no atato o ne koko fine no PhD me boa
no correct
PhD say chan wo school me boa but the ultimate ntime
yeah
we are say do obi be important
no correct
but the aba Ghana enya ne say the ultimate man betra nsema me can see say me ti console me so me nim console say obi enkrofo take authorities na na ya omo kase ne enkrofo but some omo kan omo boa a deception
any hu nim die bia
and it all started by NDC MPP do you know what happened say MPP na woso no mu ye bibi na ya papa mpo a NDC be dim tro na Ghana fo ni nyina buafu NDC na woso no mu ye bibi na ya papa MPP be dim tro corruption ya kai enye media na starting NDC na woso a ense manya no kure ye ne be ka because you have power see also no and define bibi for the country it ye define bibi for the country ye ne set ya ye framework na comfort to us it ye na uti tax nye ye obi ku ya untimi ko obi odi kone untimi ko obi papa how to build a country you can't build it because you see so called ordinary person na who be build one man no aka chem say be me ma me nka say no hu yim ma me akoso nyako onimnyansa say wona wo na tete me ma me chia I respect my mother so much but my mother doesn't understand the mechanization of economic management
yeah
and some ma me dwen say ya say ne na because you say one ordinary person yam fa na say o ma obedra no no obey su that I don't like it I want this was a senior ordinary child who nintin obewandu obewu and this is where we are getting ourselves to and then PPNDC now we are being controlled by cowardice ehu achi etu kan de nipa pe wusuro untimi nka no kro omemu untimi nyanhyehyɛ papa and we keep on getting this country deteriorated we keep on destroying the very fiber that our great grandfathers and ancestors built for us as a country and we are continue destroying it yensu ya team enemy slow I get scared because we are slow hey we are seeing Ghana when I say Ghana nyede
I didn't pa
papa so anana say yes ehuni
ene die
aye
you see sticker nim stemiamo this boy onim pa say omo dintro bebre wa said na Europe in NDC keke now they are trying to equalize amemuo bone amemuo tantan amemuo fun amemuo kankan say adru equalization so Ghana for someone sticker you didn't try they know sticker him say Akufo-Addo Bawumia they are liars onimo they know look let me tell you Samia Oku no support Akufo-Addo yi me ade a mempe minimi ye ene onua onene kasa na onu obi di agro na all record no in actual sense criminal offense and again on moral grounds it's not nice but Samuel Kunsemo wa kan fa Akufo-Addo ho those days and some they know the lies. The lies. They know that now they are trying to rope in NDC. Sticker. Angry X. Sticker catch say NDC ni MPP na and tronkwa.
Oh, nya some friends say disappointed MPP for no.
That's right.
Obia or MPP ni bia or disappointed and also MPP sympathizer or disappointed bia was NDC ni MPP ban say MPP ni NDC they can never be the same
na Uncle Rex enyo nwanwa say onipa da sanisi e ma constituency $1 million emu 30% e party executives wo no mo acha di
enra meti ya me hu dwiri me because we there eye sebe
how
then chem na a friend say insuasi abeka o
how
MPP for na press conference and I'm so mo bisa won to me
how
say sa constituency 1 million e ba ye no a ye di mu 20% ye se woni ho nti no on famra and nsema ekoso wo man mu no
correct
asifim
yawo
asifim na me kroma asante for me nti o mase because honestly speaking
yawo
say party a mato aba ma no aba aban mu na nsan ya me ko kumase akwan nyina sei baabia me chese me dwene ho amenti
but you see Mira then na oja kuro te se kumase hye sampan sa
kan na sebi de sebi mpreduasa ekuro te se kumase the whole of Ashanti region yes omo chairman ne wontumi buga chese nipa chese ni bibi obebia enye logical
and correct you see sampan is a brother sampan ye minu apa ni aye na fofo miensa na nam na baako efri mu enti me ne sampan na di agora che I won't undermine him but the quote say Kumasi metropolis and then oja quote we ade she sampan sa how
Kwabena
na ukro mu chebi we wo di chebi be she sampan sa
Kwabena ma men ka asem cho Kwabena won say dem si no tie won say dem si no tie
yeah
se me fane se NDC wa ban mu na ye de adwuma bi hye won sa adwuma ne adwuma esombo na wo di nsem hunu a etimi nkama no ntum it gets to a point a enya busuanya nya adamfo e yo man
no
meka kirew because man ka kirew kana hye mempe wasem
no
eti no what is going on in this country there kire se enipa bi wo ho a kire se omo ndwene Ghana ho
Kumasi I am met some
and you cry.
And now listen to Sticker. And therefore, what is Sticker? Now Sticker, catch say, oh, and this MPP, Naya Trufo, and they lie. And you see, one day, says the Kanumpa, let's do this debate. I can point to Sticker. The number of lies a ya mo kafa jomama ho omba ba moment to improve one. And today I can prove to Sticker and someone Ghana for car I can prove to him any evidence.
Sticker there sometimes see ade ba kwa Sticker many near fine but ade ba kwa men pe Sticker ho ne say onu de che pure politics na o ye no say even if Sabi MPP at the jam ya obi ani to MPP the jam beka so that so tem sana sekati obesukra dia brabra so I am funny home. You know, this type of politics will not help this country because at the end of the day yentia say ye nyina ye Ghana for Ansah na ye decide say ye be this multi-party politics. At the end of the day who join the political party as a vehicle to develop the country. Now, se kobasa political party ne bedane a friend say cabal. Ye di we or mine sika. Or mine sa say that's a friend say state lands nyina mu wiafa.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, Charlie.
Omo lutu bibia.
Everything. As if there is no tomorrow. I mean,
omo fa bibia.
Auntie, omo adwene say omo fa bibia no makokwa. Sa no madwene omo ana.
No, you see say met woman mindset na see ya whatever omo wi afri o my way ho no omo nim say owia baako a ebetumi afri ne nsa enti obewia 40 aban sisa na ye mujim be 20 kura no a aka 20 true of us
true
you see that is the game omo boss say mamen fa bebre minim say ebi be free mensa daache ebi free mensa kra no a ebi beka that is the criminal mindset they have now. My ancestor ne bebre. Enti say onim say oh obi kan na say me $1 million major politics no. Also there be me fa $100 million. Enti I a bi kwa because Andrex, how can somebody pack money and want it them to the extent say $1.5 million free mu no onim.
The whole situation in say
How?
And when I say now work, that's the mindset. Say me we are 100 million. I buy for free beba no say I buy for free beba no phone be fetchly.
Yeah.
No matter GBA shop.
Yeah, for that one they will do.
Ghana for mindset say we are minus car. After all, judges cry with me to you.
Yes.
What they make a court cry fetch the judge.
Yes.
Won't me nyame who.
Yes.
The hian says can be din say.
No, where sanko mo we there. The woka kra there me for so say eyankomo gabi no money abusuafo ni di.
Exactly.
We will pay our way through.
Exactly.
Eja. Okay, ohwa me fa say me fa ebia $250 million. What $100 million to. Okay, mami moshi nko hu asi edu nketia national chairman. We the chairman we the eja also $2 million ni. Yenim say eja mo ba ba mu skani ho. Ti ese mo so mo hwe party for. Ti $2 million. Ofiri wa sameje mfipa na ben eye Dr. Lordina. Sameje mfi so eja je eye $1 million ye. Na unia ya na wahwe ye chi ama ye. Doctor Manebu amaso na ebenje doc ene also je $3 million ye na eja eya na mo aka bi ama ye. Ye hwa sese no chief of staff no ono so ye man be 10 bi chief eja party fu beba na eja mo so mo anya bi mo se mo ba ba mo si ya na bibia ni ho no ma hwemu a ene yenko eye ejem na fofo no ho
omo ben no
omo ben no yenko om ho omfiri a no mo ko bole omfiri a no mo ko manhia de ombekọ oke
biomis
ehwa anti no mo bobo eskana no ombekọ ai kronfo yo ti wura mu hai o saa ohene no ontimi onde ono ontimi ma John ho ti omunim bia bi omude befa anti yenko na gamanche so de kakra omu firi wa na omukọ Duncan Williams ho contractor na omukọ no na omukọ Otabel de ono sese no waje party card omfiri wa na omukọ your friend say papa Assemblies of God suffer no say one JM kwa sorry
friend say we Ajinasare ana opuni
Assemblies of God one JM kwa sorry but Ajinasare so say Sam George elder Sam George so Sam any papa suffer nkasama ye na so ade na omo ye no omo nim de omo ye
and omo nim say sa Bible fofra there are new parliamentarians.
Yes.
Omo fresh.
Yes.
Make us say Ghana politics and so Ansah na beko parliament even primary school before be win na wa ka etwa ho ahia.
Yeah.
It's no omo ba foforo sa no. Na the $200,000 $300,000 akotwitwa ma. Ntubo say na asem no na aye nwunran.
Yeah.
Na che say so we are 200 million na.
Yeah.
Wa 100 million.
Yeah.
100 million no. Was spread ya ma obia betumi ama ne ho akire ni bia was spread
yeah eno no
oko that's the mindset
and omotwitwa cantonments ne aban sas in such a way say wonim say recently ya no omachiche bia ma media men fo bebre anya bi
of course some oma obia be ko no atum
yeah omachiche ukọ a friend say what do you call it Lasibi.
Yeah.
Government lands be wo. Oh yeah.
Oh yes, I mean lands dey bebre.
Ghana ni bia wo temi bia musa obi no wa sempa no ne Dominic say what do they know about those lands?
Yo. You see asase be so Ramsey ho yes so nwa mache ni.
Yeah. Ghana ni bia wo temi muntwa sa de we emfa ema me aminu aketwa Dominic say onu Ghana for mu so say what do they know about Jatoye omode ya?
you know.
So we live in a country. Oma who say, look, se me fuck it wa, I can't bribe my way through.
Exactly.
Enti ma me fa na kesiem. Me fa na kesiem a minim how to sort myself out. What do I say? Me fa bi nko chief imam ho.
Yes.
Ebi nko chief imam ho.
Chief Justice.
Ebi nko chief justice, ebi nko Menshia Palace, ebi nko ha. Now because tell me why somebody like Ken Oforiatta is still sitting there as a finance minister. Why? Tell me why.
And look, say if we really want to save this country, na say nyame ya domina NDC ba power na ebeye se business as usual and this country we should forget.
But Uncle Rex, may my voice need be I am saying come over here be IED.
Yes. Then we should forget. Then this country has no
Say,
future. There will never be
John
hope
Mama
for this country.
NDC for say. Ombe ya dia kufa numu ye. Uncle Rex, John Mama only na busu afo mu ntwa 2 years akonya so. Ebe ye ni sesini. Ebe and the what there if they decide say omobe and
Look,
the NDC I know and their principles me were confidence and the Jomama I know him me bomb pie say ma onsesa me mpaye nyina no say ma onsesa but if it happens we will chase fellows of Osukwachine or Manebo Manum in their homes. We will chase them.
me say, let us understand the say.
Over say oh my no.
Let us understand the say.
No way.
Well, the youth of this country, obia na ni da fombia na so da fombia. The youth of this country has lost confidence in the political class.
Yes.
And I mean both political divide.
Yes.
The youth of this country has lost confidence in them.
Total.
The only way and the only person who can bring this confidence back is your mama.
Yeah.
And the only way he can bring this confidence back is Oba. It's to say, oh yeah, everything he has 4 years to reverse a lot of the things. Serious, drastic decisions must be taken in this country. Government expenditure. The opulent
Government lands.
government lands.
Eso mo yone say. Se nipa na sini da susukura se mo ma grade akodwini nyina gu form.
You see, Ghanaians must be seen. As I said, Ghanaians, who say, there is effort to confiscate because ultimately now Oman say within 4 years now will be the millionaire, dollar millionaire.
1 millionaire, dollar billionaire.
Within 4 years, oh.
Uncle Rex, says Sika Abujina Pony Asenso Buachinom, Asenso Buachi Timide, 3 months, AC mansion, ever at Asimanso. 3 months.
You know, I just don't understand. On my benny, too much, I say.
And you see, Uncle Rex, me pacho ubonyom how many years?
Me 40 years, mona me way.
Me pacho in your 40 years, ubetumi akeka gigs na bomo edu $10 million.
Asabe na okay, $10 million. Na me who be that? Say me who $10 million now it has nothing to do with music.
So you ask yourself, say, somebody like Sami Okutimi, somebody spoke to me.
Na omaya ye timat you. Say wunya sika na akwa asori na akoba for ya. So for me say na wo kra sika no nya ne.
No, you see.
So it's like the most important thing is by any means necessary get the money.
One problem we are having now is that they have the backing of our traditional rulers and the religious leaders.
Yes. Obe we are my sika, we are na him food and make say dey pacho.
Because now somebody like Jinapo, Abu Jinapo, I see Abu Jinapo and I'm like, wow, this is a small boy. Asempa obejina gate ya chisa na oko hotel fema waka say we no ase akose toilet so na ode handkerchief akatera no ase aye call na waka kire mo na do hwe sa brante abugina po no ye adwuma pa na do emana ni nko ho no you see so all of a sudden these guys can show $300,000 physical cash but they talk and they have never worked before. They have never. Omuni adwuma say oba point say me ye adwuma we me were experience we no. They became serial callers, commentators. After the omu didi for achi na Akufo-Addo be your godfather. Now we are be your godfather. And I think NDC should move away from that godfather issues.
You see, let me tell you something.
People must get positions based on merit. Sankwasi, I don't know. And now we can't say, when you say Ghana, Babunu be a Nina, a one trim so obey politics.
Now, politics is the fastest way to make money. To
Yes,
them,
yes.
it's not about serving the country.
Yes.
In fact, why do you say we politics? Ghana has a say now. The woman who now join Omubu Jimmy for where Jimmy. It's a fact. Why should I mabe catch us and away papa koye politics na see how when you there was now the okwa na be Ghana.
Look, let me tell you.
We Jimmy for.
Samia Okune penny bi okromba omoba foforo no be 3 years. Samia Okune penny bi kodi nkomo. Oh, that's Bobie no de omo de dede hunu no omo ye. Ni nuanum yi obobo newspaper fo bi din ye no bi a pro NDC newspapers ni bi. Omo chere na se we num ye ombaji omo de. Na me ne akwabi o National Service Secretariat. Na me ni di nkomo. Oh, no abo newspaper bakuya and say adane rebel no abo ni din so no so ba beje ne de. Ana pani no frame to me for say obi a gibi. Me hwe so nkwa gibi ne komo ya.
Wow, the whole situation is.
And I say opani my best aduane. My best aduane. Me for phone. Na my friend Samia Kwabena ya on send me bibi. Ana ene de member office o.
Kwabena ade ni nyina ne say, I mean, people must not get us wrong. Money is important. Sika de
but you don't steal the state.
The tia ne say, se wo ye adwuma. Ye say osempaka fo didi ne sempaka ho. Obi a wo ye adwuma bia odidi ne adwuma ho. But not at the expense of the country, of the state, because Omaini sika na wuwia no ebe disenfranchise so many people, so many children, and ma mbeko hospital a omunya bed so nda no we bisa won say Omaini sika na wuwia ye no can't mean yes adwuma
Omu wi sika no a no makosra omo various constituencies no ma che omo 1,000 Ghana na say yes Samia kusu oma akuapem mampo say for omo ma adwadi for 1,000 Ghana na ye
no so my papa bi ne atimu a
how
my papa bi ne atimu a so who say obi spend sika wasai kwan no so
how
eti ye ni Ghana ha ye went ye ntumi ncheki say na asemesi a all of a sudden wanya sika onya sika ni free he
Agrex, I'll come back to you live on Accra 100.5 ma omamu nsem enye wahia asem na dwene ho anopa wia eni anadwo na se wo bompa ya kai Ghana hwa Ghana for bibia wa ne mre na enamebusa me kuromufo Asante region Kumasi ade bi akoso na mebusa omo ha asem John Mahama AC yikajetia market no fato ha mame Samu woni video kura fato wa mame John Mahama AC Kumasi kajetia ena John Mahama ena oni Ibrahim Ibrahim so ahuna mane o hoi ena oni Ibrahim ena yaso omo babe sidia ndian ba gi asase na MPP for atimi akobo emman panimfo pa se John Mahama eba Kumasi wo mo naked enfan kire no di aye dwono emu tuntum kokko fita di aye blue na wo mo bo afa die ekowi ase a ya won so Kumasi kajetia oni video no Kumasi kajetia nie atiefo muntie me ye o afa die ekowi ase a otumfo na siye enya John Mahama Kumasi kajetia wante Hey, Uncle Rex, want it? Share. Otumfo sin ade. Otumfo sin ade. Otumfo na see ye. But when be asem bi esi. Today, the same people busa say phase 2 no. Akufo adu nwie ye. Nti on betintes kokwa a kire no. Na ade otumfo na see ye. Mon komanhia na mko kanche otumfo se phase 2 no on see ye.
Charlie, asem o.
Monko ka mko wenhia. Ma wo ka kire otumfo se otu. Yewura. Phase 2 no nwie yo. Phase 1 no na see ye. We 2 no maye.
No wonder why Napo say a friend is say Ashanti region there the omunyane a friend say party t-shirt. And it is true.
Enti atie for mo hwe there we. Oh, be ma mo honya o. Men delay me Eugene. So look at this edifice. Ya jomama sisi eye Kumasi kejitia ma asanteman. Wanfa nkosi bole. Wanfa nkosi Dr. Lordina ekrom. Nenka buno so ko de ko hanka buno fo so fatabi. Jomama nyanti ase ne se Kumasi eye business center, business hub. A trade center, and we must develop it as such. Enti adwadifo ma etia wiem joma ma kokumasia ohun omo ana ne raho osi asanteman memam sa edifice way, and it's the biggest market in West Africa.
Kwabena, ade ba kwa wunnim maybe nipa be nim about John Mahama. John Mahama is a generational thinker. John Mahama loves the nation called Ghana. It's your junior or junior the totality of Ghana. Shani nema oye infrastructure so be who the way John Mahama or junior. What we airport no tema. Aye fa ye habo no. Obuemu. Said the bay ships bebre betumi aba. Abefa ye nema ni bi akọ edi bi aba. Na hwe terminal 3.
Me say
Na hwe your friend say you see
Agrex
Charlie.
Anka Kumasi fo na ni abri no. Some so otumfo na see phase 1 no. So why are you calling on the government? For even for them to accept that Jomama NDC and ayade we no Jimmy Edam kwasi asem ye kase nipa da sani nam Kumasi abonte so wa Jimmy Edam nkwasi asem Jimmy Edam nkwasi asem
Say Ghana
odi fufu wi a nkwasi asem bibian ontimi ministrate Jimmy
say Ghana
pacho unya you dey yifri so na menya madwuma wan pacho
say Ghana ha because of John Mahama Ntino flights betumi to straight na Akwalande Kumasi from Europe.
Hey.
Flight betumi to stay na Akwalande Tamale.
Onte wasem
On see there you.
onte
Phase 2 na kwesi say.
there be eya meka so onte was bomb
O bomb na.
onte
Mente e bomb.
ebo wo mo se Akufo Addo si flight muno your friends say airport muno kra ama Ashanti region say enye Akufo Addo flight in free Kumasi enko amanone da.
Can you imagine? Obeche bilante runabout. John Mahama cut saw the contract mine bibia 7 years in ye. Omuntumi nwie.
Kwasi asem nko
7 years o.
Was would you who actually? Dia wamo bia wamo de wamo ano kan say ye be ye mu bia mesi Akufo Addo ntumi nkyere one project 7 years ni say ye buy ye promise ade we ye si enesi wono one.
It is cannot be a day chess can away.
Kwasha eye Bokom Emporium John Mahama di 2 years ACC 2 years.
You know?
Aya bibia wom everything.
I say we are maybe can kana miniwa. Ada John Mahama eko cut sword. Ewo one we friends say sphincters e kwan na farm na na se kopie East Legon no.
Yeah.
Oko cut sword menene ne koye.
Yeah.
So me bisa me ho say adentina adwuma ho sika ni bibia ye ready jo mama pen nyina gu ho ansa na okọ no 7 years ni yetu nwi adentia.
Now yango tie Kumasi for press conference no omo so mo ani abre wani nyamre hwe hey what you mean so say
abawe ba no okọ abanya wa ba wadi asantima hwamo pai akufo adu aban yeke adwumayfo ne wo ho ebru 2000 empimienu ene wokọ ho a nipa ne sape ene wo ho now omo ye adwuma no a goni 60% 40% aka e wo sa aban ehwe no wie adentina aban aja central market ho ura ho sisia ho nyina fuura enkrantie ni ukusie ena age wafa adan akufuado when na udi ja santima san wako de to sumielu Kumasi airport omoye Kumasi airport 80% aka 20 pe akufuado uko uja no hosa na kwasemni oni wa ban mo anya dia kura
Ata market da ho asante fo amu o mayimu ye wura kufa ni ma wo mu ni ye ni yiye tumu hwe ni yiye ya kwa ne bodi agu kan na kwafa bodi aba e kwa ne wai na kan na kwafa bodi na aba enuane aba ye sramo ehwe fa ne ye fa ensuo mu nam ye de to petrol to di konsuo so eno card ye bi ene ye to e wa bra ne ye fra bi ene ye de ni nyina oban ba so bojai wada wo ma ye srawo kufu ado wada wo ma wono wafo nyina ye dwa no ye srawo nyimanimu ya sabra ho ne besima ye se won sima ye dia na ye sramo bu brekira mo se bu bebrekete no e ma so ati tell se samu ye Kumasi ma ye nia ye ma mo kwan e ma mu bebrekete no samu ye Kumasi akwa ni nyina ya kekan e boa ye ba so ba ye ma ye dia ene na dia mo kan e bebe mo ama mo e ti sa dia ye dia ye so ye sesam ye be sesam if you say ye ba ye no wanyi ye
ya pese e ka bibi che papa na na kufu ado ne na beti ye che say bibi bia ye bia no asantema titiru pa so mo ba abepre frankatu adwumadie na asantema titiru pa no mu gina so mo gya asantema ato no sa ye wura ne ho mete ene ye wura first no de ka ko ba bia hu a enu minute bia ba bi mi kro mo ye breman enu minute no adu enso so se ototo amena mu ye wura ene ye asantema ne Kumasi market fo adwadifo ye se ye ntiase na na akufo ado ye sere no ye pana chance na 4th November ne bedru ho no mo no enyi obi na
o mampanye akufo penso be ma be ye bi no ameye ni nyina o ye edidru ba bi ya sesanka obi anwo a wonu nanso no aduane a wanhu no maame buchi aso no na ye achi wade eno nti ndisi aban ba ye wankra ma afo mo nsa ankoho enne a MPP aban ba ye sani a o mampanye dada akufo gya aboankra no saa na na etie so asanteman mabunu ye nya adwuma e wo ye man mu na se yanso no asanteman babunu wo ye adwuma wa asanteman mu a enya ana eya dia enya na sa adwuma o ya kokọ so nyina eye nnwuma sa abanti na ni hwe e no wo ye ya enkade nnwuma beba ama asanteman mabunu anya nnwuma aye enu nti enne edai bosumi etosudu ni de etosudu ye tonkra e de ama omampanyini akufo ado ene na bedi akire ma mu bawumia say ye adwadifo aye wo Kumasi de ye ka amobi ate ase se ye nta obi achi na mom ni obema asanteman enkoso ho ahia no na obema Ghana man enkoso ho ahia no ono ene ye beto na ba yaba e de amano na ye hwemu na ye hwe sa enkrofo ya ye nim nipa odwene asanteman ho a ni nnwuma mbo won fra asanteman mu ni nnwuma akase a wabuabuwe no asanteman din na ode atotofo ono ena sanke ye wo bibi se ya ta akira ono ena ese ya ta no chi na nya ne wo ni bibia aba na nya ne wo ni ya mere wani en kokra che ho a won pay en kuntuo won pay ye And they are Yatiano, my Yakasay, Kajatia Sumu, and Yakasay, Yenin Kania, Ayati, San Kania Semi Anson, Yadituaba, Etuabanda, Dabi man, and boy, said, do so, Yampe Epi, Namphusai, Yakasay, Yatisumu, and Yakasa, and so Mampanina Bufado.
Ghana ni na wotemenka area. You see, let me tell you something. One sankrofo we ya omo wo Kumasi a omo so omo ye press conference. Ayi KJT traders ni ade no. Very useless people. Very useless. Useless. Ye ka se nipa eye useless a. Gwenum. Nyansa bako kura ni wo mutrim nyansa. Onipa da seni a onenam eye asase so a ontimi nwene one. Ya de ya support obi a o support obi who cares. Na say mi wa ha na Kumasi fo obi afre me commander say de ye nyina ye ba ndi sinam so montra ba bia motre no a montra ho monko break 8 no. You see Gregory say enye asem a enkiye say ma akufo do nto so 4 years bio ma wo mo. Oh yes. Nanka on punish wo mo more because Jimmy no doso. Say ya bo o mind to say Ghana, ye wa Igbefo, ye wa Kanjagafo, ye wa Sisalafo, ye wa your friend say Enkranfo, ye wa Mfantefo, ye wa Abonofo, ye wa Adanfo, ye wa nipa bia bi e wo kroma. Wo de wa Jimmy a say ya wo ba wiase no a wo ti waduro nka fufuo pu ye twam a wodi 4 p.m. ye wo fufuo di abenko agusu ma odi anu abodam say wonim nyansa say eteki ye nyina no collective strength and ye de chichire wo man. I don't care whether nipa ni enzimani o or ye brusani o or ye die o ofri sande ma o ofri hi o. Na so nipa ne betimi achechire o man no nko a. Why should I have a problem? Why? Now we de wagimia say ufiri Kumasi dwom. No ato adwene, no ato amane, no ato banchi, no ato body we gimi nti. No afaka udru fia adwubra po. No what ayi enkruma ato nchen. No what atwere dan. What asini kwati sinase. Osori yankwase akeka nkwa. Odware ya no aselen. Bosses ya okotraba na afede wa gibia sinanim na nsamfon kwase asem Jimmy enya Jimmy a akufo adu we ye nipa a eso ma ne bitu na osai okro te se Ashanti region akufo adu we ye nipa ye trauma ne bitu wo ka se wunyimi ya ubetimi de party flag akata wanim se ye de ye wo ye no wabodam wunim nyansa wabodam say 7 years ni wunim ade ayam ya Crowfrom market President Kufo Adaroma eno ye and this buy na omde eye trusses no ebe gu so come aka just plastering ene say omde apon batutum ama adwadifo no akọ eye edan no mu akufo ado se da 7 years now
na me nana no ye adwuma me nana ye adwuma me free me kwa brim na go from jom na me nana he's the only person nana or build the pulpits na edisi asore dem obi a akokro from jom bia pen bia ne me nana omo ebubu market no ase omo besi market na mo ensi da na odi afam na odi ewuko. You see, look, Kwabena assembly am pese meka wahu omai bia Nyakopon etayi nkrofo bi ema omai no leadership a talent o a gift Nyakopon de manipa me gina fidie so asre Ghana fo nyina sese okoto na obompa ya Bobie ma John Mahama se Nyakopon ma na hoden Nyakopon ma na kokoduro nyankopɔn ma no akoma a ɛso ɛne nyansa emu odu nyankopɔn ma na hoban bɔ nyankopɔn ɛma no nyɛ sensitive to all the people around him because nyankopɔn ɛde Ghana yiedie Ghana nkɔsoɔ ɛho nyansa ama papa no obia no John Mahama ahyia pan bia wobon sɛ ɔyɛ very down to earth onyiyi nipam ɔmema ne ho so ɔbrɛ ne ho ase obu nipa bia wɔne ne kasa wotum sɛ ɔdwene Ghana ho akasa yɛn Ghana foɔ no sese masoa nsuo masoa nsa meme da nyankopɔn ase sɛ ɔma akwan ɛma Akufo-Addo bɛyɛ president ɛnyɛ saa ka Ghana for Akufo-Addo bɛba bɛyɛ hero the president who never was nyankopɔn ma Akufo-Addo kwan sɛ ɔmɛyɛ president sɛ de bɛyɛ anadwen bɔne bɛgu n'anim ase ɛma wayi so Akufo-Addo so de apanish Ghana for bonia yɛ a yɛyɛ kyerɛ John Mahama Asante region schools dodoɔ sɛe ɛna secondary schools minimum kura no at least 12 Asante region water projects minimum kura 4 hospitals market so many things are here in Asante region ni nyina mikromfo se omo ahu utumi hia obi na waka asɛm pɔtɔ mokofa makan ni na Akufo-Addo no betena so no ɛde na wayɛ ama mo eti Ghana fo e mo bɔ mpae a mo mmɔ mpae ma John Mahama oyɛ nipa ɔhome mframa ani atwa ne ho ahyia se de ɔso ntakrakyɛ no ne ho ani bre
wɔn
mpae ma no
Uncle Rex Monica sa obian ka sɛ NDC nya bibia 100%.
There is nothing like that. There's nothing perfect. John Mahama onya perfect.
But at least the effort. And I know Mura that's a na bosu. Asante mampo hene. Oka ensu asem. Yera John Mahama ba ha. Me de to nanim a na oboshi na okope grant na unim Akufo-Addo so unim se jankoma every Asante Mampon ne papa ni no
minim sa
on free butoku wo ye chi sei ntia fa ne se jankoma no eye mi sister unim ade Akufo-Addo abeyama ekromo 31st December women movement day care no ya Rollins ne na yirisima mamponfo a ɛhɔ ɛyɛ ground so a ɔmo de yɛ events ɛne ade first pa akra na ɔmo kyerɛkyerɛ nsano dwuma ɛne ade ɛwɔ hɔ Akufo-Addo atimi ababa babu ɛdan na gu ɛna wasi ɛyɛ events grounds ɛyɛ hotel wom ɛde amane ba no ɛna ɔmo afa
wow
yes kwasi asema ayi reckless president senseless man
na Akufo-Addo de Ghana no odi Ghana so said odi ohene bi o said de kyese Ghana yɛ the property o
you see
odi na busuafo ni nyina o
madness at the highest level huh mampon fra me no even the MPP for no ankasa they were angry like how enti wabafa assembly na sase e de aye project amane ba no begina wo twa mu say waye bibi wo ho
mama ka asem so
oh yes anadwo Mahama abe fix eye water planter a serve inkrase be almost 13 a 7 nkrase wo mampone ni nkrase chirimfa so kofiase no many wabe fix a year water plant. There are major challenges facing Asante Mampong nkwasi ade a okogina okodi ye no kwasi asem okogina okodi ye e wa Asante Mampong no dadaniti no sai sore bae ubu o mind to say uni obi wa asem ase mechire mu nyansa te say de wo de unwu da
Kwabena miss a question Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah minim say bia woni bia ne property BCA enso so no you see good name is better than riches. The whole of Africa, the whole world obia nim edin Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and what he stood for. Na onye perfect.
Ebio on say boninti sa Pauli Akufo-Addo no line no boninti no omudi ye politics are still omudi nkwa achiri
big better na odi akwa achiri
boni
same idea na happen a friend say 1979 na Pauli ne Victor Osu emuche no say the same thing na happen
omo line no sa omo line no sa dankwa line no dankwa de kura so no mfiri omo fie patapa oni so oni papa bi wo omame kuru abomosu a ko yusu ni din sa line no what we say one be ayer world renowned leader Akufo-Addo nam wato ai awards sa still obi antenka bone assembly mampo assembly esiwo hwe me ka kire wo me ne wo kasa yi mampo Asante Mampo station kase eya jomama no ayeye omu ye hyehyɛ tiles ne ade ba bi omu duru ya omu tu omu no enu ano no
now the
me ne wo kasai me kwa Asante Mampo bi ana me sere wo mo na me sese mo hu ye ka asam kyerɛ mo a mo kotu banche efri ayi afro ho na mo be wo fufuo di wi a dia ka ne ye jimi kwa
message on Mahama time me krom
jimi
me krom my friend say be kwa abodom on say Coco roads no omo ye roads na de koya kofa your friend say na ka kreb na ka duru a friend say mronto ne ekwa akosi kwane ya babiom to gold no machines gu kwan so mo ye adwuma ye lose election pepepe pam omo jai na me fie for PP for nkwa nti na se am kwa yie me ma me panyin ba ku ye ne kwa yie because Kwame he say there ekwan there say there shut up
hey
shut up sani ye kwan no enam so mpa Akufo-Addo obae no ena wagya kwan no so what are you talking about
what now nim sa kejeti traders na yamesre Akufo-Addo ade na aye na deliberate wo destroy Ashanti region
washada now pass me na okay
washada
is the same Achim and Ashanti ade na omo ye no eno na omo ye eye
me ya say omutimi ma omo kwai ma akwa wei etimi use wo mo e de age power na punish mo and even in the face of punishing you kra no munhu
eno ye fere ye ni wo you see akwa te say waji bibi hu kiki na de na ka fel o super so no osasere that is what is happening to you kromfo etie meme no ya sede Kwabena next year me no ya sede say ye be koye krom
Adverts me person mo santuma MPP na Akufo-Addo ntra ho da ye say ya no omo hwan na ebre Dabi ya no omo hwan na ebre
say ye de nim say ye de
ya no omo hwan na ebre omo kura sore fresh reyiska
of course
womo no sore free Kumasi wo no efra ye isreska
bebre sad say me dwene ho amenti ase
mo ma kwa wei atimi say a whole region wei but it's so sad why we are ubechire musa no akoka de yanka
wan hwa na wo ba be ye o be sound tribalistic but no kra no so de da ho ase ye why because me krom for ya na mutumi gina o ka se na ye ma pepeni ni so pepeni wa be si airport amamo pepeni wa si dwa amamo pepeni wa si schools amamo pepeni wa si hospitals amamo mo krom akaini no amoso ya akaini no e ja no wa amamo
wei for yafu wei aba be beat mu on bɔne no ɛwɔ ɔmo tirimu firi tete no against Ashantis no saa bɔne no na ɔde anyini na ɔde abɛtra akonnwa no so no wɔdi region no bɔne ana obi antimi nka
ɛna region so ma deda
na nipa no onye didi wi ade aka nya edam odi fufuo wi ade ba asem bio asa o ka bibia a kire no say look ba bia ade na ekɔ no enya onte ase na nka say sabita frache yetua kasa ya wura otufo ya yebo mo ya yebo dia ma ya hom ne so na nka sabe nka otufo na nka so ka bibi kire wei say ba ma baby ade na ekɔ no enye papa o yesi oka no wode
okoka ebeka so waka politics okoka se sia ebeka so politics. You see, that is something I don't understand. That's something I don't understand. What is wrong is wrong. Adia enye
hwe se na de ahmet ne se omutimi etwa nkola no omo Facebook no PK support no ne George Quartins ankola no omutimi kotwa ekwan baby ketu no the quota afefa form
no I can say reference something of room
oh yeah omo the quota afefa form no mo atwa na omo sa camera stretch no
exactly
normal stretch no the ababa to say what the guy is doing well oh
yeah see sebi
unim say ka de emrem ka me catch George Quartins say wo free bunu untimi me kire ya Asantefo say unim nyansa eche wo na be kire ade na ekoso Asante region wo ka se enim
Kwabena won't say ebe we da utwa kontopo masafo ayira wo da abonten wo na wo dan safo ayira obi abisa o se o mahu o bi da me safo ani mahu wa na be da abonten
ade besa
wa na be da abonten utwa kontopo masafo ayira wo da abonten eti se akufo ado nya hwe wa Asante region na mo se wa ya ejejereje
na
MPP ya wumi tu MPP ya nkwan ene ya watu
ya wumi tu mu
ya wutu mu na se emfamfaso bia emma wa brabo ma se MPP ndi ya wumi tu mu
ya die nie
ene ye ne
ya die nie na powei
so me kwa Ashanti region me butu me fusa just me butu me fusa me kwa so I need all these places are
very useless guy like Napo o ma me free achim no abegina Ashanti region abeka kire say the Asantini pa ye t-shirt
can you imagine
man t-shirt na omugina
can you imagine
adanu me hwe ade no na me hu say politics another weapon to enslave people.
Kwabena
another weapon to enslave because say sasem na Napo kan no entina me ya na me pe Middle East one those areas no me pe omo life o kada pop free stage this so ahyew
Kwabena me pese me bisi wasem bi o sasem we ya metane microphone bi din kuma especially me cook masia Kwabena na so sanka Asantefo ye nyimi sa o what is happening to us and then it happen Asantefo sanka ye akokodrufo
you see
what is going on
the problem no
and yet to mean can okre say look
you see when it comes to business smartness we understand life that is us we know how to build that is us but we are indoctrinated.
That is the problem. And you want me to be Kumasi to make say the whole world Kumasi is the best. O two kwai kwakra do. The whole world Kumasi is the best.
And on foul ho.
Oh, the Onya fufu ni ko bibi ya.
What was it this crowd or bibi amfa no ho. Indoctrination.
What?
Yeah. And the so want me and Yakokodra and come out of it. Now I show enough strength. Like, no, this is not the way we should go.
Say Kumasi are congested. Just baby, me do ana me ho yira me.
Now say me ho no mo frame say Magdan abetiasi Ashanti region. Now my catch almost say me pe evidences no maka kyerɛ bosomtwefoɔ no sɛ ɔmo ma me evidences to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Me maka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ magdan adeɛ ɔyɛ no adaa songo no de ba Ashanti region a yɛbɛ organize nkurɔfoɔ mo abo magdan buturo bia bia na adeɛ obia because ontimi first agimi no a ojimi wɔ ne kurom no engura Ashanti region da ensida yɛbɛ gya yɛ adwuma kɔ Ashanti region na ɛbɛ yɛ ne sesini ɛbɛ yɛ ne sesini ɔbɛdua tena ne kurom aboro wɔ mo ɛdi nkwasi asɛm wɔ ne kurom ɛyɛ ɔmaame na ɔpapa no kurom but so ɔde kroso ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kɔ akɔpɛ menyanya de kronti na menka ho asɛm mepɛ sɛ ɔmo gada hu sɛ ɛyɛ no kure trodo then we will start it so wɔde ne gyimi no ma akufo ado piapia no ɛde ne gyimi no ɛsesa kɔ ma nom zoom la ya akɔla no kɔma yɛ menu aketewa wɔno so mbe wura Ashanti region bedim kwase de ɛwɔ hɔ a ɔde na police fo no nyina ɛbɛfono wɔ mo ɛbɛyɛ ɔmo sɛ de ɔmo hwɛ movie
Kwabena wonim sɛ na sɛ mekɔ a friend sɛ asuo ho sɛ wo deɛ meka asuo ho a wonim baabi a mekɛn
ya minimum
Kwabena mekɔgyina hɔ na mede drone kɔyɛ som Kwabena me se ɛhɔ nko a asuo ho nko a if Ghana sɛ be develop asuo ho nko a the money that place alone can generate
ya terrorism ministry ya bu say terrorism minister
wasi yie
say domestic terrorism wasi ni pe wu ni ekwa yie na aso
can you imagine
wasi wo nam kwa hu banchi no ato hu bode no ato wasi wo kwa yie na wo fufuo no wie wo didi wie na mo wie yie no a no aka chom some person ko excursion na ne nam kro no
I don't know the je asem so ono ni minister no anka da no ka asem akobe sake no
there you it tells you the kind of president and vice president we have.
Can you imagine?
Sir, nipa wu ana domestic tourism ekoso. Ninti wagimi kura no. Ko voter region na kohwe sites.
Charlie.
Me no ka say your friend say Kakum ho say o.
Oh, now your tourist site no kura look. Kwabena your problem.
Go to the north. Me say tourist sites ni bi is young discover.
Your problem because time na dey no. Okay, so so the Safo.
Aye.
Safo say ndua bi wo hɔ trees bi wɔ hɔ
yeah.
Na konfa no kye na ibobɔ ho.
Na ibobɔ ho.
Because me ko school aso so kakra. Eti no Safo me papa tra kwa aman ne na se for mampon ne. Eti sa area hɔ say lots of tourist attraction ayira.
Chese ebi okra yentimi discover. Ye busa no a. O say onipa wu ni akwa yie no a ni atoba nchene bode
hey Charlie this country
say ebia eye burusa na okwa yie no so ho a no atonkonkonte mukwa no mu akadi mukadi wi a na mu wi yie no a o se kire me excursion yenko excursion okromo hwe we no mutimi ahwe nipa nim ka kire nipa say they are doing better enti what is a we no mu edidi enkrofo te say ablakwa akando Sam George no matema na obu afu say enye say bia akando na ablakwa eye special ayibio but unhu nipa we say odidi we no matema na ufe so okeka nkwasi asem kire no
ma me sanyina wa fide su Kwabena da bia mpesem kasa asem na me congratulate Honorable Sam Okujato Ablakwa. Adwuma oye no as a parliamentarian or chain investigative journalist. The way oye thorough about issues bia scandal bia or be exposed the time I was spending odi benya the detailed records of idea oka ho asem no. Me bona baso say onkoswa no nya sa adwuma pa ne magana because ye won so nipa kakra bi o ma we mu a ka Ghana be konanim. Big Sam, may God bless you.
Yengotie eye Dr. Nyahotama Klo ena eye ememeku ena your friend say the statesmen, yeah, we have them in Ghana here. A press conference. And Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu are raising issues on corruption. And I think we should talk about it. Yeah, let's do this.
Nyaho Tamaklu, in the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. In fact, in the old age of ours, we don't sleep soundly at night. Ghana has been riddled with perceived corruption of political public office holders, amassing unexplained wealth, tribalism, nepotistic and parochial in their interests, especially under this regime of President Akufo-Addo. How do ministers hoard statues of cash in foreign and local currencies in their homes, acquire properties in prime areas of Accra and other parts of the country, drive the most luxurious cars, and live extravagantly, and expect our youth, who remain largely without meaningful employment, to be satisfied? These are critical warning signs going to destroy the security of the state. We need to pay critical attention to this. Fellow countrymen, the Akufo-Addo I knew had numerous dialogues and demonstrations with is not the Akufo-Addo who is now president. What many Ghanaians may not remember is that Brigadier General Nunu Mensah was the campaign manager of President Akufo-Addo in the MPP's presidential primaries in 1998. And I was also a member of that team too. So, we know what we are talking about. As a young medical doctor in the Ghana Armed Forces, Nyaho Tamaklu, in the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. In fact, in the old age of ours.
All right, so this is Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu. And Uncle Rex, unim yambompaye se Akufo-Addo ne Gabi no di agora ade be koso Ghana street no e be shock wo mo. Yeah. Because you see,
the signs are there.
When you have a reckless president like Akufo-Addo, very reckless man, who decides to steal the country with Nemba, just to steal our monies, take the monies to Cayman Islands and just dump it somewhere. And you see, Dr. Nyaho can say, unexplained wealth. Ubusa boys ne say, na munya sika we ewo he. Where? How? Winim. Na President Mills wo no. One day be make President Mills the first trip or buy it to almost in the first trip na okwa I think UK me am Israel pray dada ena omo say oh media for omo frefre media for na so they called me ena me catch omo so omo ne Dominic that Dominic is na hear me producer and I'm so omo ne nko. Subsequently, for 4 years of President Mills, 4 years of President Mahama, but I kept on asking myself, why should I become a dependent on my coffers? You go there, you sleep, you give you per day, no adi, no baba betnasi. Even with that, yeah, and your bonnet. Eya me ferry se ochine bi aban beba Bobie ena ne din ewo aban ade mu a eya me ferry it's not like me mpabi. Look, it got to a point onipa obey me pa aka kire me say wo de waji mi o uko jira JM no mani wa no iti no asori na am say no I'm not supporting them to destroy the country. Many J se me wura kumase da me hunu kumase kejetia. That is my joy. Dia kan de me ama brabo. Nyame ama me sa microphone we make me dia bobran kakra. That is the most important thing. Now, when you were no ma wia on mine no. No we say, hwe mamen ka sem chiro. Na ye ko say Africa. Fridays live band. Asante be dia to me huno. Yeni momo. We know them. Oka omusiawa omsia na yenua no eya na wodidi atem. Then I want to ask them, wonya dia we efri he? Wonya free he? Because we know you. Sami okumi no mama no papa no nyina. They don't have it. Pious agide oba no na wo. And I know oba na emame e dan single room e combine. You ji ahe. Aya akwa teko say na de na fuka kraka no. Obakọ na jolu Methodist asoda no na odi akonya si na otwere na furu no bosoro. These are guys, even for them to go and seek employment, said ya adwuma say na say ya kopa adwuma foforo ne enamu ne pa adwuma ne enam omunima de kro omunya bi da. So you ask yourself, how can this person walk to a car park and buy a car worth $100,000, $150,000? Ubusano as me sit down or cantonment, me sit down or laboni. How? So you see, one day, when the system becomes so hot, then the youth will charge that we will take possession of any more we are no. And be careful. And see now, a basic debi, when you don't have power, a member charge it as you show properties, and they will seize it forcefully. On the force, more properties, they will occupy it. It will be very bloody. Say enkwala way. How? Ba could be no friendly girl be our madam for. Was it Kwabena? O kwasika say it to be pakisika or carpet so. Adana ni agye no. No akache say o dey bi share envelope mu na fa ko.
Kwabena mama ka sem chiro. Oh. Enam this erroneous impression I work Ghana for itrim say obi a wako politics mu bia no just say the easiest and the fastest way to make money is politics. And you know say how you obi a na say wo sacrifice wo the time ne wo nkwa na obi bia to say wo ye bibia ma wo man a na obi fi say obi atam sika bia ma wo. Even a Rise Ghana demonstration in Ankrofo say, oh, you see, your mama $20 million. Because in their mind, Obia ain't mean sacrificing my mind. Look, I've never said this in public. Okay? 2020 demonstrate a friend say campaign me di joma ma chiko be bia. Me ne Baba Sadiq. We didn't ask for one cedi. We fuel our own vehicles. We paid for our own hotels. We did everything because that was our contribution to the campaign. Adentina, ye per se, ye support to no obedi anima, ye sako dani burden, emano, especially while he's in opposition. Kwasi obi sabi se bubeka say, oh, we mo yes ya mo musika, yes your mama mo musika. Arise Ghana, just say adwene ni Ghana, ye adwene ni yetrim. De ekoso ye hu ye. It is so be tam sika maye. Odwinwa wonti ase.
Wonti ase o.
Sabi.
At the cry, Uncle Rex, these guys want to do with Ghana. I don't know.
You know, so the whole situation is, so nobody is prepared to sacrifice for this country. We don't think of the future of our children.
Say, my former team omutu galamsey ewa bem. And my former team omukutia galamsey. And I'm one media mena omun ne kwakase ye kwa galamsey. How can you do this?
Kwabena, me see madam for be me money. Or NDC new. Na or MPP for na for. Akufa do ba power amote sa so operation Vanguard say. And na for the between the koshemu. Kwabena, within 3 months, no at all Land Cruiser brand new. $120,000.
How?
And I'm from Zamasa. How come? How did you get this money? I say Uncle Rest with the sa group in a woody.
Oko MPP.
And I may say,
true.
And I may say, sir, I group in a midnight. And now what should I say? Sir, military people need police for na yeso amukwe operation Vanguard no. Omo mu koduru ho a. Omo bebo show super na gold in the what to no magic. Omo ji wi a, no mo why deal. No mo protect na wo too, but in the eyes of people, omo adwuma. Omo ya no bosses akwache. That is what has gone on. And until Sebi, your friend said Galamsey no end to me that since so long as Akufo-Addo is the president of Ghana, they are all benefiting.
What do your mind know? What destroy your mind? And my mention for this Kumi Preko demonstration. Your own friends, age mates, your own friends. Omo Paba, they are so disappointed.
The policies that the government has been implementing are policies that do not find favor with the general people. And during the period of Rawlings' civil war, from where you come from, people, and that the man has been implemented.
That's right.
Wawa young for no more Bobra. Now they can't say anything good about you. At the peak of your life. What did 78, 80 years?
What be president?
President?
They are not proud of you.
They are not proud of you.
And
Kasamre Wena, or now for or more and no Shasiano, and common echo your struggles. Said you poor money ye. Said you and can you my wayano? Normally a kaka say yes. Tamani Diagrono, he said this and he has done it. But now they have become so disappointed.
And they regret
ever supporting your political career.
Kofi Kumsi.
Yes.
Obeka on the my one in 10.
Nanka mini Akufo-Addo, I would just resign at if seminya hunu general no mensa me hunu ayenya hotama klonum speaking about my leadership style. I will resign and walk away. because saa nkrofo we ye yemfa no se mumu bebrenu a na reku bro be ka ho na reku bro be can't say anything good about you
adana e coffee city no so ti asemo kan
yeah
was you uncle all resign say Kufuor was 60 years naka the 1 year young Kwabena Ghana constitution.
I'm telling you,
it's true.
Kwabena constitution no because he
Kwabena constitution what also resign.
Chese ona fufu onu omo esi so na mu believe in building a country, a better place. Amaye no. Womu nyina se mu efiri omo anu ba say about you biano enye ade papa. Why don't you resign and walk away? Obia nim woni nyahota maklo. How you guys were. The principles you believe in.
It was fake.
Then all of a sudden these guys are not proud of you. They can't say anything good about you. Your behavior, your policies, your thievery nature, greed,
and buga that patapa.
tyranny.
Or your lawyer, so your lawless. He's the most lawless president we have ever had in this country.
Creative arts. In the end, na mama jankuma etna ho only a year letter, appointment letter from the president, so a CEO for Creative Arts Agency. Now, what to one logo and that website. Why?
It's the nature of the papa. If papa na president, too many in a crown in some. Tini papa na. Of course, yenim.
And I'm money.
The papa no. Look, let me tell you, the man is lawless. He doesn't care.
I am once a Ghana for Sibia Ghana for stroke of father say no. Me am one.
Monsieur, I am one.
You see, oh, Mammy can some chow.
Hijack
and Timothy wire there. Say Creative Arts when you know. Muko Dakro Mubo Rad Dan Muko Yini Bano to an idea now. Now, so you fight you too. Nanka Munum de Siani, or Mukumba Kumianu, not a jatum.
Young crop for ni be.
Nasa Okrakumante Wabadam.
Young crop for ni be are there. One will say, Sebi Creative Arts, and yet, and your mind. Yen Ghana for you binum a can peeping on. Like the Socrisafos and the Okrekumantes and whatever it is. No, so 18 ayedi the most important thing they say. Sebi. Oma dada ye bibia ni wo come omo manifesto mo ma ye. 18 no ye twen.
No. The point is, mo amon ka ho no. Mo se aluta na se Ghana for youth no beba. Hwe obi pe bibia me na trigger keke wa Kufuor ne ma no so. Se mo sori cho boy bowura ne office wa. Me say police, military diagra emebunu be si kroma ma de be koso no eyese mu ye bibi
obi omoma
Kwabena ade ba ko so ti ase ne set you
obe regret it
Kwabena ade ase wo ti ase ne say the way Akufuor do na busuafo hijack sa o man we no ho se wo tokwa no wan choose wo battles well enkrofo na wo si wo di anu makokwa mom no ombe yi wama
se sikanti
of course
Bobie hwade
of course
ye boaboa ye ho anu wo eye ayiwie ye obrasport
enka beba wo so wo ye
ana ye se ajaba asi ba bi apa bi ma ye nyina o ma amaye enti ya boaboa ye ho kakra wie no me nkona me konko pe basi si bi na ye ntuaka ye rent no ma me fam ko because bas tem na bia mo ye himfo ye mo kwa mi da bi ya fam
ya stop wo mo
ye ko OA manager ti wo sika wo ho da bi basis no da bi ahwa me ko be me de be gu adwuma no I don't get a full week with Fadosa. That is ukuta wo sika
no
me konko sro
me ba OA me ni sika da
I get OA the manager not te ho no ote aka ote ha na friend na kwasi
ni sika ka ho bi
ni sika da ho
ena
ya ko so be kra na brim se ni sika da ho ye ko se be ko se be pe bus arrange afa me call for if your transport e the oma call finance ministry I'm so you for am church them all man we the document dia kire me ni sika kakra da ho catch them say on to me farm my yanko on to me farm rent here and I'm say ade
or the rent mu a
ejuma dey be good no you be here do you be lose the job
Master, there's something you don't know. Look, Akufuor is the most
yeah the one I'm say it you do that level so kuta sika to ade kra sa ade no wo to etie Akufuor do ade enton ma onka Akufuor de ho ade kra de enton ma hey
Now we take Ghana say the Ben yakwa election.
That is the level I rule.
The Ben na yete Ghana yakwa election manipa 8 ewu.
You rent bus. You could yesika. You the confidence ministry ntino. You found my you found rent here.
Are you sure?
Oh, and my boy is OA. My boy manager him see for na kwesi. Accra ha tem now. Oh no, you in charge.
Now who ni mana? Day na near a friend say occupy a friend say BOG no. Sa day no. Bus sana o ma range and for o ma range on buses afi do buses no be aso nko.
Really?
I don't think the chair no na fi
Time last now holding now be as your uncle. It's now was say yakoko pet carnation DAB old buses CB. Let's say boy na ko pet no be ba. Somebody said there no buses no open crowd time go to ball and
that is how far we have come as a country. It's not some
who is Ghana for
some can me na adwen.
Who is Ghana for me come to say ubo to of Kufuor so be ama. I'm telling you. NDC for kromo ma. Ubo to of Kufuor so a. NDC for omo ma. Ofre chairman na oma. The power friend be oma adaya Kufuor ho dey me go. That is what is going on here. Fear and panic. Now me say Ghana for you who for sir. But that is the level we have gotten to. It's Bobie. Sadia Uncle Resi coming here. If you didn't choose your battles carefully with the Kufuor. Choba, hey, Choba, you know, be a Choba, yeah, I want to say, or my name will rat, that you ran here Kufuor.
GBC for a year press conference, Cassia. Na young Koma, I bet said Eddie. Say, Director General, Uncle, but I know you're separating Koma BD. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. CMGC catch there. Ucha 5 cities are ultimately 500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis. You are the first 80,000. One mama me busa me send a commander because they say no more BM. No more BM. A day can be a nipa be 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. We are lucky. We number no 2,000 is what. Oko. Would be called Bob Wasaba. The week of Bob Wasaba. Me pamachao. Me pamachao. Mama ne tell. Me pamachao. Enrana jo. Eye fund management for no daho. Me basa me tira Ghana for adia Kufuor kenoforiata omode eye enkokrafo ene emrewafo abatan ekwayom do monam so enra anajo right anajo na no ma de da no video no yeah. Yep.
Mother with the baby. These are customers of Gold Coast Fund Management. It is past 12 a.m. the midnight.
Chaze, Akwaba.
Yeah, commander.
One of your convener edema ekwe enti say na moda enra najo.
Commander, Sabe Pepe.
Give us
Commander,
update. Tell us what
Commander,
is happening.
Enra one of the most saddest day. Enra one of the most saddest day of my life. In a sense, na me free cemetery on my nipa ho bambo ehia on my no. Na Enra mi hu se sebin producer. Esa no ma oni prebu ene wo man. Enra a demonstration yonya abrewa or retire 22 years ni. Or call retirement 22 years ni.
So 82.
Wow.
Yes. When you need check Kufuado. Abrewa or call retirement 22 years ni. Na all bano. Nena na branti bi na e kan get. Oh, media for the interview me pama. Media for the interview no sata me many abre into our other medias don't portal so ye nuanom joy for near there no more place Abrams wakache Kufuado say this is my own money. I didn't get the opportunity to become a politician. I was a civil servant. It was my pension money and my lifetime savings. I can't buy my drugs. Please give the money to me. And some abruane can. Now, Enra, the first 24 hours, no, we were strategic. Engineer call monka kran. Enra na who say Omaimu, Penubi enim. You need political leaders, both opposition and incumbent government.
They don't care.
We don't have political leaders in this country.
They don't care.
You need a hand for Kroimu. Efiti yet tamali eba be sinkra ha ohiri bia ni ha ye ni minister wa ha penmu bia ni kroyimu because omo share emra media for yi ni na finance minister ye call ye omo point we eturi ka hwem no commission mu di mi mo ade be ye akola na hwem no ko ene anopa me address media they say me who say ankasembe fi ankapenmu na eka but for 24 hours penmu bia ni henti na mrewafo no kokrafo da abonten se penifo ni fie so na se kan kwala nko nkwala sabi omujimi eni tie bejimi wo finance ministry ha eni eto ye bo ase twenye eno mu ina aba adwuma no mba bewuram me address media ni wie ne block kwan ne se ne ye ne omu ina abeda ho obie ni wo obepie na obie ni wo zo a obewuram and you block it kwan no na me pese be commend Ghana Police Service and they didn't cross their boundaries omo hu say baby adru no dwanfuru afro pete it you block it kwan wie no na fei the next action is you blocking entrance ni wie no
Yeah.
obi e ba otimi gure obi e pie otimi mpi e ya say ye betu gate na to form and I'm saying addressing media as you to gate to form we are the next action is you be block kwan no and you kofa ma and no gate ni pang e honom na na efe sabi
Nyansa.
adwene ya beto di patrim sa na me nim say san power finance ministry ho you call 24 hours me hu ni pa bia ho but a bus video you better pro na to form because penmu bia ni fentin kwala ye jibi and a fa a man ya na bang na mo ba bang e video say oh ni pa ba ho na fe ni ba twefo ni ye course ama be gira video ba twefo ye course na ye ma police volunteers say we are ready they should bring reinforcement with guns. We are ready to go through any situation because there was care. But the police did a very good job. And John by Fedia, I'm sure the enemy yang. Emrafo ya tretra from war. Almost mo bi komo biaba. Fedia kukuru. Within few minutes now, less than 15 minutes, they started say, you take action no. Now, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Amin Mohammed, Ababi Jinaho.
Engineer Osho.
me who kwa mo fa so se gate bi dey chire mo
Profo we ni o mo agimia ma chese.
Waba every police for no. Na me who say police for no. Omo ti de ye na say. I gave them the respect.
Wo mo kura sika wo mo.
Me who so omo ti de ye na say. Enti omo friend na ye call ye na me I mean so osreye efe di nipa be fi. Efe di adwene na koda be bi eda. Enti efe na omo ti yesu ye tupu na to fom no. Ya block kwan no.
Media for broadcasting free.
And Najumuni no, we are not pania na Juni no man.
You are very foolish people sitting in that offices.
But met that customers. I know Obazo says you are just three. Or my ready so be engaged in their final lasting solution. No, maybe I said they didn't hear the call of arrest. She say out of financial cleanup exercise na mugu ejumano. You find on tonche. Ejumani go you be him says out of vindictiveness na odugu ejumano. And now, Security Generation Commissioner, yeah, regulator, or budget is over here 8 billion. Not the the entire customers of fund management, 47 fund management companies. Our Gold Coast, you're standing 90% of the total customers of these 47 fund management companies. O trace cano we no. And now, Kanofriata, what they shall budget him now, what they own 600 million torso. Hey!
Wow.
And I would do 8.6 question budget him. It's Parliament approve amawa. What do you found 600 million
Ghana cedis.
Oh, now 62 billion cry. Yeah, when you 62 billion cry.
Gafara.
Gafara. As a what TV that?
I mean, million fee.
Yedi, you're so sad, hooligans because we be our questions. Na 600 million. What is say we there? Ya approve we will resist kana. Fa wunanam 600 million no. Fa kofi ekore. Na sabi emrewa fo ne kokorafo a. Sika no omanko hwia, omanko pension, omo sika die je omo kwan. Businessmen and businesswomen. Omo dwetire obi wa o importing yema. Time so because omefa go to 3 months because can the function pass investment with 3 months na kakra be ka how ana mugu adwuma no amafo sika o mama obisika $1 million up to $10 million in papa kusika.
Hey,
wow,
I'm telling you. And the you say sakwa we have $10 million for no or your MPP finance you know finance no sponsor of the mobile power
and you say one man contracts there.
Omo fashion farmer no.
They won't give him.
Oh, massa.
But you see,
but some man contracts as him.
They have a contract. Oh, we are no a boss share and a gabi ojita come sign. Etuno.
So you get the point. They won't give him because they are only in for one reason. Okay, so maybe catch Ghana for say Japan for it is only one family that has dominated Japan, and the family did so because I was say omu control till the end of the world, and until Akufo-Addo ne main your friend is saying manual or the boom my way no, and only side Japade no. Now the details are hidden. On pese akwano obe friend who say financier biem no obe shinisika. Eti enye say ye ka MPP a enye MPP fo nyina na edi dewo aban we mu. Majority of MPP fo no mo sika kra na se bi Akufo-Addo no
mo kwaku kwa tisika obi
o ma tse mo nyina
officer of MP.
They will have to cripple you.
Deputy Minister for local government.
Collins. You see?
Me wo mo listen MP for mo akasa de mo list abrami o.
O me MP for.
Ena mo kwa wo mo ma no.
No say ani wo wom. Oh. Ena akwai to say oni wo nua tie. Say me ne Kwabena na mu. Na Manusi sumina so. Kwabena ye me frakadam.
What do you mean can bedroom?
Medemaka.
Obeka can bedroom.
Eno ne ade a sebi edu baby
no but bibi also is so kan bedwam
baby unim Kwabena baby a e wo say nko kan bedwam no wanka ena wakwa tai obonefo nachi te say menu nam na maye obone na wata machi agi tumi ama me na afei me say ye obone nipa na ate say Kwabena Japan de no he say wan de be ka bi ama no
obi anka bi man
because who Kwabena Japan who na who policy Akufo-Addo who the first person to have introduced Akufo-Addo to the political scene on this in this Fourth Republic. In fact, after the PFMJ and all those nonsense now, of course, no, say champion, you know, Mu na Moko Kada together to bring him as a noble man to lead this country. And already Kafeno FAO. As a general secretary, you ready? When it was against the constitution, the dictates of the constitution. And then, who was a big Nagana for you say, Nipa na wo yi medie no, are you credible enough to be your leader? And a yato abamano. One reading po. Any yabua na so a president. Any yabua and so a president. And a who call you promise a de ma wo no. Yan fulfill it. Eti na me na pokumi mi ko jira camera nim na me ka bi Kwabena Japan say ka kasa ma adwene nyadwuma.
But apart from that,
it is ankofo no.
Yeah.
If the corona na yi
omo. But apart from that no. Me believe say Akufo-Addo ne family no ne nam bonyunu bi yaw they envy what you have.
That's it.
Say our 10 cities.
Yes.
Ukura 1 city a also it is all in Ahab. You see Ahab eyiri num nyina chi no na ne commander de baako pe ya owo osaipe.
Yes.
And such people no we are say and esunsu money and the said they tie bia no eye omoya said they tie bia no because apart from that as you are saying $10 million enipa no boa campaign look at Robert say amoaben hwekwa mo de amoaben fa so
Kwabena how dey say
anyway
obi just to also
add
obi unika pre oba obesia me ankasa madam for JB dan kwadu one example. JB gave them money. Of course, okojini sika free one na okofia okowuye no. JB dan kwa. Akwabi oka islegon for ne ho. This is someone na ye kodidi wo baabi. Emebe ohumi ani wo twa bo me kama. Me so me bra paninti mankasa. When I'm in baby one day na kwa frame ya.
Ya fellow.
You still well. What them say what the drum munim form. Akwe dey say munim no. Munim say me komo musika. Mom the campaign. Na abane ban na me say me kopa adwuma. Na nka om de aye na nka gya. Ba say nyeska na nka daachi bi. Me koya kwasia bi ti ba bi kwasia ben ya gabi no gabi.
Ono de bibia na yo.
Kwasia bi ti ba bi say usika wonya aye no. Odi ma aye no. Ye de be ma. Na check om de ma no. According to him, no, or say a Bank of Ghana check. Such a person. And you know, Ubusa who say, Sanko Fuemuno, or Muya Hanum. It will Ghana Nina would tell one thing, be I will say we a party banner. One people in the Cromu. Would have any power, like Kwabena Banam Moka, ni age mace, Nino Manuma, Sanko Fuemuani, and no more party, no. In fact, yeti party go on kan ho. So it is to the point say onwene mo ho wo ka abrewa. Wonu abrewa na abrewa no tete no obo odam. Etu wonu obu abrewa ben.
Yanko grounds. Sesiano Amin and what is Amin and the
Mohammed.
Oba no say.
Mpanyinfo sɛ ɔmo ne yɛmbɛhyia na yɛhwɛ na ɔmo find lasting solution.
Sorry na make I have one King David.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yes. Ɔhwɛ na ɔmo nsiesie ɔmo ne kuo ne mpanyinfo ma mbɛhyia. Enti ɔsrɛ ya redraw ya mero aforo street so there be say yɛbɛhyia yɛwɔ 48 hours if you spend 25 hours. it was still 23 hours. More engagement we are whilst we are on the grounds no demonstrating no. You meeting within the 23 hours left. So outcome of the meeting no are you fruitful to the interest of the customers we will draw them from the street. Course. If not yeah, it was now in 24 say you can be more no way to be doing papers so you be can be more.
Yeah.
It's in 24 I'm in no actually me say I would say it's because this is the first time since 5 years our problem by finance ministry ready so be engage what time is it can see the bottom no why ready so
this is the first time
they don't even have the courtesy to respond to our letters. It is sanka yes ye two prona to form their gate the main gate no ye two to form their so ko is ya be say ho aye kan ba ho ya just ye two to form their and ye nan kan ya de a on be your madwene say on betie Kwabena as a ho bi be shame mu na ebufuo bi yirim esu ni arehwo bi ahyemas Krofrel tentimada bonten amrewafo ya da bonten ade si akeka ye hokra na ye wi omeka se obetena ho mbre ye na obukoye no and it meeting here ochina 12 o'clock area of finance ministry ya catch media say they should come around right after the meeting we will brief them. You remember media briefing until the demonstration is still going on and as more withdraw police the finance ministry ego agreement say we are suspending the remaining 23 hours of the protest pending the outcome of the meeting. Police for agree. Say you call that's a meeting now, Maswa. You try 23 hours now. Can so near my police letter say you extend na indefinite. Say you call that's a meeting in Basso. That's a small becano. And yet Ansah sama. Yeah, 23 hours. No, so near my police. No letter say indefinite. Yes, send back open your day. Coho. Market accounts, bank accounts. Am I commercial banks? More advances can have the click of button credit here. Asa. Adia back open.
You were Sikano. Odi akọ parliament.
Debio. Oma approve. See.
Ana mekano. Wako aboy amane. Ami approve.
Also was spending our brand farmer.
Now, Argentina, Sabi, a friend say, I send the printer or printing. No. One print on the account.
One more printing you watch. Debio, what's your man? Which will print this to watch?
Can you imagine?
This a mad way, a madness. Namyong, I have Ghana for me ya. Opposition parties need no me ya. Now, wait, NDC Kebia. Men can't best solve it. Your elections are. Your elections are better to Abama. To Abama. Your questions are maybe catch them as someone to Abama. Because the money here also be party at the back. Come on to me, Bibia be ye. Naka Pembia Asoriagina. A banner the old and yet, she summer for that bontin so. And can run a jokranka, opposition leader be sorry can be. Keke. There was a pen maybe walk room or drink differently, yeah, who be. Yeah, pe bases as a science call for Africa Kumasi. She said the pay 200 I read Kumasi on Beba. The only case. Yeah, bases are more mama. And mu 10 pen and me sick about me the mom some of Africa 10 pen and I'm to be financing from Kumasi. 10 pen I'm to be financing from a Techiman. 10 pen I'm to be financing from Takwa. 10 pen and I'm to be financing from Takrade. But the back for Sa day, as we are meaning kata. Ye penmubia wa am party at the back. I had no refi DKM. DKM scale woman, yes, why you music and yes, just to have you 53 million. Why are also 51 million Ghana cedis. You will be an Isika, and yet $10 million US. Nipa back up.
That is more than 8 billion.
8 billion. And opposition party beyond what? Or who is away a campaign message? 8 billion Ghana cedis. Can of rataje. When the 52 billion area, the other handkerchief for people and no.
Wow.
Panmubia to be gashi.
Enti, Yamfan says, say, Yama, no, any papa no air Omo trasia train.
Omo trasia train. Pending the outcome of the meeting of Ochina. Now the Americans here, the media na se papa. Media na ye juma sonko, media ni na ewo kruma. Oma ye juma sonko. Na takrade for frɛ, na techima for frɛ, na sunyane for frɛ, kumase for frɛ, enkra ha for de. Ye kase Yakobon nhyira mo. Na nyamo na mo kan yasem ma ya agiyenya kamafo ye nya panimu bia ekuro ma panimu wa ha ye media for na watwe de panimu okuro ma ye media apart from media panimu bi ni ha eni tina de ekokoso ye no enti se okyere Yakobon ya adom a de ba be mo bi de minim se be bread ya sam minim se ye be sa akwa ye demonstration no de minim no ye be sa akwa ye demonstration no
Charles we de Uncle Rex, Sabi, Mame and so name na me twelve and Komobi ka baby. Na Kwabena, say Enra, say Nene and son our friend me.
Yeah.
Far
Kumase
arrangements be. Enti Nipano, ye nua alaji mint me money din ewo bedroom o ma me permission nti ekoba asa no na arrangements no o see through to get things done and frame me bo mama ne say say one penifo mienu bi nso adi nkomo na say timing no too close and onamono ane so enkomo bi nso sa akoso efa openina penny no I don't have his permission. So you say what to kwanya.
That's okay.
Enka John Mahama ko beba ho. Because me busa alaji no na o ka che me say yesi mrewafuo bi. Enti me kura no I needed to call to find out the truth in it. Okay, I say me frail. Yes. So honestly speaking, in fact, it eluded me. It maybe I will on behalf of I'm Pacho.
Yemi Ansah eti Arise Ghana for.
Na me make na Bobie.
Hey, okay. Arise Kumasi rep.
Na say so you see. Ade de nyina ne se ka utia ye na so a because sabi your friend say he for the kwata omachi your friend say pensioners no ya kwata omachi your Minister of Finance. It's our job because yeah there ekwa bi e be fa so oman no e be yi ne hia ye it is say wa kan me atie yi die
oh yeah dey
the better arise in penny for you it's no na ya hede so betimi aye
yeah now mama
kwenya me anim ni Charles so na no ya kakra say penny ni man mu ye
penny mu be na wa ha
da bi penny ni aban mu ene o kam no ya adwo na o man mu de penny for wa ha ye say be ye nkwala mum de na so ye bibia sem penny for o ti Kwabena Bobie Ansah bo a wo boy adwuma yi enye bia ni wo menti say wo bo
ma menya
sabe studio had a penny for wa ha then ka level studio
had a account man. Okay, so me pesa me ka adie beye nine ebom mamo. Now this is a statement coming from Boache Jakon. For the current situation in Ghana womb, me we are na mejaya mamo. And may Pekino, because of the current situation of a Yamro for Kokra demonstrations, then we fuse it. And then Ghana statesman for no almost a year of press conference. And this is what Chejako, yeah, there are two Facebook page. And I want to just run through quickly. Quote, how did we get here? Many are now asking, well, here is how. There are new elements who we mistook for an entertainment at best or as mere irritants at worst emerging in our politics who do not understand and appreciate the quiet approach. Once for all, these new elements accept the stock of commonplace, prejudices, fag ends of ideas, or simply empty words which chance has piled up within their minds, and with a boldness only explicable by their ingenuousness, are prepared to impose themselves everywhere, not by reason, but by force. Indeed, our politics is no longer altogether a quiet and dignified affair of attending to the urgent business of national development. It is now politics of the noisy marketplace and election platforms where noise, mischief, insincerity, and lies have more value than thought, character, and integrity. This is the morass. Perforce, we must redeem ourselves from. Unquote. Boache Jakon on MPP Kufuado leadership and the current situation in Ghana. Okay, so Alan. Mamemfa Alan no Embra. Alan, and I quote, I strongly condemn yesterday's attack on members of UTV Ghana's United Showbiz program, which is a blatant violation of freedom of the media and free speech, two fundamental principles enshrined in our constitution. This incident was a wanton display of arrogance of power and indiscipline, issues that have hindered our progress as a nation for far too long. Our constitution, particularly Article 162, strongly safeguards the independence of the media and vehemently opposes any interference or harassment based on editorial opinions, views, or content. I commend the swift response of our law enforcement agencies in addressing this incident. It is of utmost importance that we protect and uphold the media's independence and hold those responsible for this attack accountable. I call for the immediate and just prosecution of all individuals involved, as we must resoundingly convey that such actions have no place in our democratic society. Let us always remember that a free and independent media is the cornerstone of a thriving democracy. It is our collective responsibility to uphold and protect these principles, which are essential to our progress as a people. Ghana will rise again. Unquote. Alan K. Chematin. Then we have Frimpong Boateng. All right, so let's check on Frimpong Boateng. Matis obi busa so much dana. Eni bra na abentia. Okay, so yeah, try say the Professor Frimpong Boateng the NB to say, but let me just quote some few portions of Professor Frimpong Boateng, and I quote, I woke up this morning with a barrage of calls and messages from friends, acquaintances, and many MPP faithful. These distress calls have just one purpose: to complain about an attack by some thugs who have now been identified as members of the MPP on a media outlet, UTV to be precise. This attack, I understand, was carried out on a live program which was airing late in the night because these individuals find the content of the program unfavorable to the MPP. After watching various footage of the events and reading the responses from the Ministry of Information and the party, there is only one question that has been lingering in my mind. MPP, how did we get here? When President Ford was campaigning to win the first elections for MPP in the 2000 polls, a major message that sank not only among Ghanaians but also the world was how the MPP represented hope to ensure the protection of the rule of law, freedom of the press, and respect for human rights. The message was anchored on the ideology of the party, which resonated with people like me to continue to be part of the party. President Ford took various steps to ensure the media was given the safest environment to operate and thrive. I am puzzled that a tradition that has long been associated with believing in the exchange of ideas and respect for the rule of law will have its members attack a media house. Perhaps these attacks have taken cue from how the government and the party have allowed impunity to fester and grow in the MPP. If I recall, no one was allowed to be punished when similar groups went to the seat of government in the Ashanti region to attack the then National Security Coordinator. Again, no one was made to face the law when these brutes attacked a court in Kumasi, making the lady judge who was sitting on that case a run for her life in the full glare of the public. These events have led many to believe leaders have lost the moral control of the party or they benefit from these barbaric acts. So I asked MPP, how did we get here? Unquote. And I don't need to continue again. Now let's go and listen to Dr. Nyahota Maklo. Mashada na mede sample for when people mean some over the weekend. It clearly shows a picture like we have given up on the country. It shows a picture of frustration. It shows a picture like we have a demon leading this country. Things fall apart. And the young Dr. Nyahota on the corruption. Young Dr. Nyahota Maklo. And Sema Okaye. When you NDC, PNC, CPP for
Nyahota Maklo. In the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. In fact, in the old age of ours, we don't sleep soundly at night. Ghana has been riddled with perceived corruption of political public office holders, amassing unexplained wealth, tribalism, nepotistic and parochial in their interests, especially under this regime of President Akufo-Addo. How do ministers hoard statues of cash in foreign and local currencies in their homes, acquire properties in prime areas of Accra and other parts of the country, drive the most luxurious cars, and live extravagantly, and expect our youth, who remain largely without meaningful employment, to be satisfied? These are critical warning signs going to destroy the security of the state. We need to pay critical attention to this. Fellow countrymen, the Akufo-Addo I knew had numerous dialogues and demonstrations with is not the Akufo-Addo who is now president. What many Ghanaians may not remember is that Brigadier General Nunu Mensah was the campaign manager of President Akufo-Addo in the MPP's presidential primaries in 1998. And I was also a member of that team too. So, we know what we are talking about. As a young medical doctor in the Ghana Armed Forces, Nyahota Maklo, in the dark days of this dear country of ours gives us a cause to worry. As a young medical doctor.
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Tabia Herbal Center. Woman a day a Tabia Herbal Mr. Abba. When you want to onam your ya untumini into the yadie, Mr. Munumbi. Woman a Tabia Herbal Capsules Abba, usisimu ya pa. And now when your constipation, Yamotima, Mr. Yanibi and Asa Onum. Tabia has been cancer so bad painful, Fansanka, Unya Nimfishan go to Fansanka. Wow, akwadate chen fansanka. Omamu pharmacy any herbal shops or Okanshi drug lane. Mubenya bi efro from 0243 686861. Me pacho muntu tumikai. A star 413 hash star 413. And then me bomb 1,000 Ghana cedis. Straight. I'll be back.
Hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and young offense were back.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and your ready pediatric somewhere who by no, and Nasa wonum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system nabri bia, ya rientimu. Sasa dear, a man for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Jordan Hua dance yes, and Yarwa who ran Nipa and Yina etimi banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a whole car. Now Yamwa suing Yano, a boy who buying every home. And now Mumpa, Omuan Dada, no monum doctor in Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya Omuntim Pose, Yaria Esiomo. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kanshi, and you may move Bia Yato in Ro, at to form Fred 0246 208496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Kratui Madia to Musay.
Usika Semen Koyana, quick credits, yes, say, Sikape and Nafum, Intina Yabasa, but church or young Bosia Bonshayahu, Wutumi Babusia, Edifia Sia fee 1,500 Ghana cities, Edeko, Nanyahiana or national ID card, won't hear Saubetusu. Won here awowa yen jisa kebian to ho won sansun here say won yen be bue futu bia quick credit el wo homa say ye dwana wo pese wudi ana wo pese wo hye ejuma foforo ase ana say ye school fees ana po eyeye wo sumi ejuma ye fo nso ye wo bi mamo na mom kai say ye mobosia e wo internet so afen so on mantika krobia batan Bank of Ghana and sa wo dwumedie yimu enti tutumri kana freyen wo 0302 200-390 and now 0596-920-833. Quick credits, lending made simple. Kai said, Media in Shishaya Kakra.
Hey, say, dear Mako, who Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, no, me who credit me, say, and Nunti Nomania Award, a your word bestie, Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, dear Cassa, and Asam Boya, dear, and Canon to them you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, as son you want to say, near Kro Etuno, near Anka, and Wananum, Obana, Bemo, Power, and Yarwankaye. Nancy, Mamika say, and Espana called Mo Ekayeno. Greenfield at Arumenti, and was our Solejan and also APM. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, our ultramodern laboratory. And a diagnostic machine, sir. As you should be one Casa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898. Greenfield. God is our healer. Greenfield. Your last stop. I believe.
Yes, the incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Also, Chobi Biara, or say the Mankratu. Magana and Shagana Biara, Ossia Pensis, Ronisi Chain, free of such as ya, Wagya Bassa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, sir, Bashabakin, as a private school sitting now, but free of such as Minianama magazine you could compare. The spare parts of buyers and I'm a one to Monto. Importers once to your day. Kranzamanaba Porter, one to me, you want some. There be a petroleum product, what to minty. I'm a transport first, no boy, cost. And the abandon paying for a catch and a day. Party here, it's a Kukudama, who are burning one Ankasana warrior Galam saying. And the health insurance nye dwuma bio. Electricity nye water bill. Sura no konti entumunti. You no bring here dem you yema push his excellency. Dramani Mahama. Ama change ayer 2024 no. Ama NDC ama yeko no fundraising platform ato hwa. Usubotum eyi kakra ezab. Was a good governance card ahro aboboaze. Standard, silver, prestige, platinum, loyalty, gold, onye bronze. Card ahro nyina ama 100 na woso age. Ama busum biara afado a contribute zab. His excellency John Dramani Mahama ne campaign. Epe wansema bisa friend 0277 321528 and 050-455-9098 and 0534-000261 and 0534-004275 and able to visit your website www.ndcspecial.com. Next my your donations I'm a match me card the dough. Now so che say e change or say enyiche can call when you see onye ye was Bragana Nibia NDC yes
CMGC Kachadio.
Yeah!
Near here, say, Ubebo star 413 hash. I will MTN peso. I'm going to move on. No one's that come what's a dear. I CMGC Kachadio promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you better do. Some person when you CMGC Kachadio beer and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. I will MTN so. Step 2, choose a cry FM. Now, what dear, the prompt in it. And so I will show us coming in now. Ever corner yamau. Sikachadia promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you dear what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, do be our taxi. And your cost star 413 hash and never more when you say, Kunim, our CNG Sikachadia promotion or so. A cash bag from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedia Way. And she shared the home. The National Lottery Authority. Our Caritas Lottery Platform. And a boy chidom. Unyam Fisher don't watch airqua. One Kajumedia home. CNG Kachadio.
Yeah! Hey, 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 Obeda. Hey, Koda. Hey, and man sit then cry.
Tabia takum, wedi a member ye don't know. A me nya hode, any hode ye. I am member dro. A new thing a band may be a here below. And to four any out of four, and you'll be a pedigree to Atombia. Anko chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, any herbal shops beer. I was gonna have beer. And not say fraying. I was 0243 686861 and 0245 749206. Sankatwe FDA Fwajatu. Kaise Tabia Takum ye. Bembe bia ye takum.
Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
Wabatele akrafe ya mami.
Mama ni musan yawe yasen. Nani mwana pa ebyanya bringina. Sebu papaya yakaitana. Sufre unyankupon fakana shenisa. Enuna huyo man bapa.
right, so that's the live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Nebogu, my mention say fruits na membo embrani say. What's the current situation at Ghana wom? Boacheja kuma ye the political weather. Sisi a omani jinem. Patapa etutrasem. Ninsemo okay no points to the fact that there is no leadership, tyranny, dictatorship, evil, thievery has taken center stage. And you bet Alan. And Alan talking about UTV incident, no. Eya dia onwa wa experience bi. Ewa Kufuado ne nkrofo nsem. Ye be far from Pom Boating. On the new same. Obema eye incident SCC to the extent that this Kufuado guy who can talk about your friend say judiciary harassment another judiciary intimidation no under ne presidency and no small boys ma omko bu court for ma court oba edwane ye sa oba na ote jaji question case no so no owie ya no na Dr. Nyaho Tamakra be neli no akyere bebia Ghana edru and osi omo nkokrafo no omo eda omo yam hye omo say omo nimu die ochena omo nchi echi no Ghana ebeye. These are MPP stalwarts disappointed and giving us a clear view picture of our current situation as a country. Pacho, yanko.
Kara edi kaima menche for biem feni die momona me enchia menuanoma bedwafo corrects one of my backbones and Charles and Sodie. Me papa de Charles to em papa. And me more abasun sine adwuma so amoye. Ara I think saying and saying oh bomodin I was here bo abasu. Cause me do traffic mu a mami hu how people are listening.
Sure.
And me call me mami eyase ye mami test there is akufo
emerenti ni menti
me am I papa kra enim say we do on or is agwani okon say who dey wedi kan and I'm say na emre na yi kakrenti say oh okay ti kwabra e hoso boko papa chiao ja copy pan niwa monisuo kakra ti ordinance anso ma Accra FM 43 wo ne wapamfo
ejeneso bebre
kwara de di kan ya wo se ehune se yetifie na ade bi koso na enya eni kwan se yehwe nipa no a oye saade no ne bobia na se ne nipa oye na yeka se enunti yenka ho asem esan se bibi bia ewo efie bia no se affect you negatively be affect you positively enunti partisan politics ya dia me gidi se ne fapem pan se ebemma ti se multi party democracy na ebemma nipa ehu se sabio ye alternatives enunti no ma menyere me ho na menya the choicest of the many omba gina so ombejina me modern bosso dia toaba. And the pivot around which multi-party democracy no revolve no how competition ebema obia yire ne ho aye de ese efata enunti no during elections no kwabra obia de ne nsam egu apaso e de kɔ de wubo na okwa enye nsam a wokɔ kan nko a ne yehwe yehwe wa ma yokuo no the su ne ban na husu ene ne tirimu po ya opese oda na di e kire Ghana fo ya enu ya di Ghana fo ta hwe papa enu nti wa hwe a kwara even though I now support John Mahama more than 100%, I still sometimes believe say political party MPP no eyamayoku a ne ideology na yede tie no yen a ye te party no yede tie no enunti no obi kase me NDC ni kura na I beg to differ, just because I think we were not wrong when we said we were capitalists. Now obi so say ope socialism enunti no ochusu se obe left ena yehwe omampani kofo in this fourth republic obebu man ya PLS kofo decided say no, we can't be too extreme to the right, neither can we stay in the middle. So any yemfa we kakra so obesha he brought in that liberalism emma or the sir, even though we are conservatives, he brought in some social policies. A boy empty over here. You can't be very strict to say President Kufuor Memono depicted much of capitalism, even though it was, it was hinged on that property owning democracy in its positive way. Yes. It's a very positive thing, except that ode adepama kromfo a owia kotone dem ebi na Akufo do awia ohene twene na kaso obebo enti sa kwabra ya toaso a sa wo amayokuom te sa MPP na won say obi aba beji amayokuo no say party no or your candy for yes you are to Obama no wabe flag bearer, but Nibi Bia was in contradiction with the tenets and dictates of party no ne ideology in the constitution. Nibi Bia, even though he is supposed to be a lawyer, he was very lawless. Everything Akufo did, and he is from yes. I'm even taking the picture from the history of Akufo flag bearer. Very lawless, very rude. He doesn't respect law. He is just a one man somebody. Oh, namwa. Sebi preduasa. I say Bob ko nyom no. Efrumu didi mi a enkwasi aden kwa ena oye. Now, to my surprise, one more omo party ni mu a Kwabena omuka bi ewo mu nyina no at some point Akufo-Addo e de tact bi e kawo omo to suppression ema afi uko bone chem so kra na ehu bi abeto so because unya ka bibia o say party no ena me ne mpanyifo bi ko hia mre bi na me ka che omo say se omuka tsemo say party na munyi na mumfa kokodo ka say yes so say say party na yentra ho emo no Akufo-Addo na onu mom say party ni nkase ye na say party no na yen party no yen pank yente because any first people are boy yen from in 1979 munyi ntum na mun kanche Ghana for say so onu say party no oni ba bi free buy na me a me de ma de no na obi a ɔyɛ hwɛsoni ana tenant ana hɔho a obi abɛhan me dan na me obi bi ka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔno a wabɛhan me dan no se me sɛe me dan saa ne ɛyɛ no enti Akufo-Addo de saa deɛ ne ma mpanifo ne bebree ɛka wɔn no tum mu na eduru baabi a amanfo timi ka te sɛ ɔmampani Kufuor sɛ ɛna ɔnkasa ɛna ɔmampani Kufuor na saa brɛ no yɛ mu bi me kura maka bi da but ɛkyɛ me tena sɛ dwen huhu sɛ papa yi mmerɛ bi 2007 wɔbɛka asɛm bi kyerɛ wanka nkyerɛ partyfoɔ nko a o ɔka no sɛ daakye bi kura no so ɔbɛyɛ mampani a the center cannot hold ne nyinaa wɔka no wom ɔka how a wɔyɛ vindictive ɔka na bɛbuom ebi wɔ hɔ a wɔsekyere ne kan did we listen no na mmom baabi a na me nso me ne papa nya adwea ne sɛ wose ɛma akɔla nkɔ afikyire ɛna wakɔ ɛna aboatea aka no yɛnyɛ naduro yɛyɛ naduro enti ɛhɔ no ɛna mehu sɛ ahokeka kakra bi ɛyɛ den ɛɛba ɛne ɔno deɛ ɔyɛ ne deɛ wɔ efie nanso so ne ɛni kwan sɛ ɛsi hɔ a mpanifo a wɔabobɔ mu din nyinaa bebree obi te sɛ alankyerɛmaten because na mesom no as an aid oye obi a kwabena sabi I can never say anywhere say he doesn't have the expertise or the mampani. He has a very I mean I don't know what adjective best qualifies it. Very impeccable obetimi aye na yesi kyerɛ we yonko na menkyerɛ usuban na oyonko bɔne ɛsɛ obrapa eti saa brɛ no na yesu yɛ kasa yɛ kyerɛ nyinaa no na ɛkyerɛ sɛ eni kwan sɛ mpanifo we no mo ho kwan ma obi te sɛ Akufo-Addo we yi a sebi wonwene man ho na ɔmpɛ ɔmanfo yie ebe daadaa wo mo saa brɛ no yɛ ka obi kan na yɛbu nua gu asomti mpanifo na ntie yɛn na yɛde konkon wɔ na nipa me bɔ ɔmaba so Reku Bobie Dr. Nani your friend is saying Ata Kennedy any Miami Godfather who say me Godfather's name you know Dr. Nani na Nyao Tamaklu Dr. Nani de on etete me na Nyao Tamaklu de ono no wafa me se ne ba ono so no otete me sani pa nine way kwamna edu baby a na me bomb maba so a who say maybe na me catch the three wise men because I didn't want to add Dr. Nani because of ono de why me thank God that me sum no now you see what do doctors do often? Doctors can only diagnose you give you medication after they have diagnosed you. Now they realize that no Akufo-Addo adwene na nya adwuma enyoma oye nyina ya dam eboman etete man pansam just say he does not reason adie so democracy tiri ano no one man show ɛsɛ democracy ɛbɛma afe no wadwen yɛ sɛ waawo ne waa eti sɛ bi nana yɛ nkama nsɛm wobɔ sɛ wɔna mana ne ntoma tia kokɔ bi enkola nka ɔde bɛkɔ akodu dwabo ase afe obi ase nana ho bɔn ɛno na afe nana ho bɔn a ɛne yɛte kɔkɔte ka obi a asɔ ne hwene now ɛdɛn na ɛkɔ so Kwabena politics of intimidation wɔhyɛ aseɛ bɛyɛ mampani frankatufoɔ ma MPP in 2007 Kwabena wobɛkaeɛ a ɛno ne adeɛ a Alan gyina so ɛka sɛ sɛ na mbɛyɛ ne deɛ a resign so Alan epusu ne ho kakra now do you know the communication that came Alan pɛ sɛ ɔsɛ party no meboa ɛno ne ma Alan kyerɛmaten afei monyo ne ma me nkɔhyɛ mprebuom na ɔkɔhyɛ ne prebuom saa time no enka if we urged him on enka bia enka be ya nneoma enka be tenetene nneoma ma kene baabia yewe enka enko afei obese party obese Alan pese obese party no Alan pese obese party na oka ne hu ko hye no oyeye now how many people haven't been terrorized by Akufo-Addo ne friend saying ne yes,
yeah, some of the issues.
Yeah. In some cases, Kwabena.
Yeah, nkrofo nim ye no.
Enim ya omna ebo ma.
Yeah, nkrofo nim ye no a omo try a.
To the extent say, Kwabena,
ba nkrofo omo to a omo fie akobu omo. E prepare bi on the quiet
P. Oh. To the extent say Akufo-Addo timi ko hwe Ghana fo anim. E ko fa Serbia fo awudifo. Ene atutrafo. Ene South Africa fo awudifo ne atutrafo. E ba Ghana ha esesa emema. Ya o makopeja nade. O mabeti aketi say muntre ni omo se ne yesi kunipa. Asema omede to botaya omede ti omanu say assaulting the pillars of state. Tiasem yo, assaulting the pillars of state. Na me say ho a mintimi emfa so boni nko ban pipi fo nko a. Me de fakese de so be majo mahama for allowing a terrorist to have his way and get away with murder.
And now me can be a 2 days so.
Because that time
you catch and this for say look.
Montini tum
adia nipa ne ye no. Obaba be a problem among the whole country.
Yes. Any ene.
Oka hell. Onkra won ku on fight nu. Satana na Afoko no issues no jam no. They are fighting. So you leave them strategically. They are strategically. Now say well just okofa na minim consultations grant this for now say well just okofa consultant. Ema obekiti we nyansa we unim nyansa we say ade na nipa da sha ase no giving him the opportunity with state power obeha adwene. Omo amfi.
Kwabena
obi amfi
etimi efa plan say me Akufo-Addo me se plan ato ho me tu kwan anam de anum eti ada omo ye Afoko na Akufo-Addo atu kwan ada o meyi kwam na Japan Akufo-Addo atu kwan ada same crab Akufo-Addo atu kwan emma omo kokum Mahama Adams omo ankasa ene kun omo Akufo-Addo ne keno Japan num ene kokum Mahama Adams just to give Afoko a bad name because before that time na Mahama Adams oni Afoko no mu ko etu kwan Afoko kwa fa ne flight onzo ko fa flight afi adane ntokwa adan na Afoko national chairman ba wo regime wa mo amane enu nti wakọ press conference di Afoko atem just to set a stage just so that enu no mo gina so omri ko ku Mahama Adams a ene minia Gregory Afoko oye innocent and the court has proven say he is innocent because omantimi anya bibia nyina so anka say eye Greg odifo now say unim say omu Greg numa court lawyers are court ko siki bail
yeah
omu no say omu ma Greg bail hwe minia Greg nyame ebebo ne ho ban obebe fia sunduem na da Greg be si abonten no Akufo-Addo hwe na ncheni di anka ne to ere na wansu sa wo baby ekọ prison ne yesi e koma ni bail ne Ghana for sorry tia na judge kro be ma ni bail no oni ye ntene Ghana ha oba ne mu wia mo pa mo kwatra Kazakhstan ye be chesible wherever in this world you go and ye just mo ko baby nyame ebo asase fofo ma mo kotenem na mo ka che nyame sama ensi ho because boni bia Akufo-Addo aye o ma we mu bia ye be ni bi me kan asisu bia boni bia odi aye o ma we bia ye be ni bi ye fa nche no me nana o se ye fra bibi boni fa che nyankopon pe na de che enye nipa enuti boni bia Akufo-Addo di aye Ghana fo MPP fo hwese nipa be ma kentina wa wono ko na dwuma ba oton ne o ma wo cycle party no wo pe na party asema bakakra wasuma boys party boys mummo ene nana Kwame wawu no
nana Kwame
omakuno he paralyzed nana Kwame Akufo-Addo we busuani we busuani we
ono na kabonum de ne share office wo
omo bro na kuno omo buno say wo paralyze ye no na se yakwa na Kwame na ka kire me a me kwa me ko find out yes am pana na Kwame okọ ne krachi me de omo bu me no omo ye nyame a che omo de omo so ko omo krachi Bachanfo omo bu no Poku omo bu no and several others at some point woyɛ party ni ba na wo hu ade enye na akoka suspension afei na Akufo-Addo fa ne te sɛ paracetamol a yɛde ma obi a wɔyare koko anopa wie nwumre suspension Emma omukoti kuo bi kura na yɛfrɛ no asɛm all suspended executive members asɛm o suspended kofo bebre enti no this is what happened and afei odi be ye mampani na busa ho say what was the rehearsing grounds meant for? He rehearsed in opposition to become president to put his rehearsal on stage. And that's what I'm here.
But unim where I have difficulty with the lies of Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo and Alan Frimpong Boatin. Frimpong Boatin say na me catch me papa na ye campaign during the 2008 Beza. And ohu Beza bia no report me man. Say on kasa nkyere me na the way a misi tie Akufo-Addo konso no enye papa na ye asantefo nkola na ye ya tiesi ye die mu ne ye sa. Now if I see these statements say I ask myself say tell no omo nyina support to Akufo-Addo to become president no is it that na omo nim but omo said that kata omo ani anase na omo nim afa no omo ahu no anase they realize the opportunity say they can use him to win power and amass wealth. Which is which?
I will tell you one
thing. I don't get it.
And if you talk to all these you have mentioned, I've spoken to them individually. And if you discuss with them, one thing runs true. One who said na empenifo kase nipa sisano. One who kasano. And one who say ebinum so timi gidi say
no,
illusion.
Me chuano. Akufo-Addo, ono omo agudie in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Never say ni ho. But at least from 2007, the guy started exhibiting violent behaviors.
Yes.
When he became the flag bearer.
Yeah. Even before the flag bearer, you know.
I want to say friends say all die be die.
The year 2012. From 2007,
from 2007,
he started exhibiting
wanting to be flag bearer.
Yes.
Even that time, Kwabena, look, I will tell you what. He had not shown any sign of, even though he was.
What am I going to say?
Okay.
From 2007, what went on Ewo Legon? One Alan class. Ekoya no say a mild, a normal in because NDC so omunya classes are going forward. Because 2010, 2011, almost say Ako flag bearer for 2012 no.
That was 2010.
2009, 2000. The attacks started in 2009.
Yes.
2010.
Yes.
2000 because in the middle of that. For whatever reason, Obia number Alan who ni pebi on bebu ni bia me hono oba e was Empire FM prayer house. First person omo free no kobo no e Apia Stadium. Omo free Apia Stadium by no oba me ho was Empire FM. I know beka chem say Akufo-Addo no so omra. Na me say uko wura fie we mu. No so okọ ho aba. Okọ by no so onye MPP ni bi no so adai.
Omo ko du furu kakra.
Omo ko bono
ko fie ko.
Ko bu Apia Stadium and that is where the attack started. Now, even to the extent say a track media force any ade. And me point in say very good. Sometimes no amunso no na one kanofrate wi party ska o. And dia na ala na Frimpong Boatin no hu ya. Still 2012 no. on better na chi campaign si anto aba manana na ye ni papa o do man Manuel ebeye
na me no ya adwene wo ho ba
me ba o ma me wie after 2012 was I no mo konto kwasa maniema no ye kura de tan hwe kwa ya ofa so yi Afoko num ni ade still na Alan Frimpong Boateng ene omo na omo church articles yi nya tama kura de close to 2016 watwe no but 2012 no wom pa but enti Alan no mo ye campaign with all that na omo nim wo party num no na omo ye campaign say to abama Akufuado na wo ye ni papa obeye omani ye obeye say no na omo deceive omo ho anasa omo deceive ye ana so they na AC no omo ka say no kure what
Kora, I'll tell you one thing. Your friend be illusion. Illusion. Now, illusion, no, ni meaning, or say, is the act of successfully hiding or escaping from someone, especially. Oh, for example, to say me no namwe. Na masheda di bibie siu. Ebi krampo me mfa den kra. Ebi am ye kromfo. But me ben Kwabena. E wo say me ma Kwabena hu say me ade e friend kro no. Kwabena say me hu say ye kromfo kra ene me no wa ya aka. Akufuado is he has perfected on the craft of a swindler.
Okay, so you can
to them
mebao metiasie ya, which means you want to say even with all those attacks no otimi brainwash omo a believe on tesa.
Yes, because you see,
wow.
For example, me no.
Wow.
Do you know Sir John called me to say nana nim ho hwe. Na boys na omo beyes hade no. Nana ensuma omo. In fact, he went as far as even with the BBC interview Krampa Mako Grante make one sem, they still made people believe say Nana Enimoshe no only first human rights lawyer. In fact, BBC says here Obek Kassetia and Nana has condemned it. And I'm sure I'm Nana voice and Remy. I will condemn. And one na Minister John Ubekaya Ninin in term year basa China Yesabe Ebeki Kesiani. In fact, Sir John, Senya Yamu be crying a quarter radio so those times I could for Dubai, no more money post. Yeah, who did references say, you know, the council and not to which you crown the Babanya, a Kakufado crown, call maybe, and in your manner, and whole ferry. Sir John believed a Kufado at some point.
But if we say, if Impenifo say, your ma school say, etimi ma de na Akufo-Addo ye nyina enya se sempase o eye Ghana AC or for parties ka owia parties ka onua de party property koje collateral o mu ye say na se still o mutimi ma otimi dada o mo say on tesa and they should support him to become president. I have a problem with somebody for almost thinking
IQ. You see, I tell you,
IQ.
I also in a way could have said same.
I have a problem.
But Kwabena, let's not also think say Akufo-Addo has not perfected his craft.
I agree.
Oh, so who cockage tiani a two botoma? Then say we me for.
Yeah.
No, because I can respect catch one day what track roof room and I can respect Nina Nana or Sunsum sorry no meboa. Enti Sunsum sorry Nana eneti na wako kejeti ni atu ni botoma. Na just say onye town boy town boy is here to a bottom there. Because obi a perfect craft no in such a way say obe that one ma wo kra na wo no wo hu se we criminal no obegina di.
Okay, so Derek, so Amwa Silva Bujumbura are sending message. I think Alan Frimpong Boateng and Nyaho Tamaklo supported Nanado in those days or in those years because of the party.
I know so you one. It is my second point. Solid. It's my second point. which of course
Which
I
I
disagree
agree on that.
No, I disagree with their decision to have supported him on the party, so that the party will not collapse.
But me so no make I when the bam to me say ekwaye say akwaye busuefo wo de yamwa no na onini onko ne enye party ni yi. But say no decide so obese party no
watra party not say mine no. Nti say wo president na wo dream ho so ba bedi no. Wo de die na ebedie. What destroy party no. I destroy mine no. In fact, what destroy mine to a certain point so be man penny crown now.
You can't do much.
You can't do much. Oh, you know what I think of Sankofo na ubo yebo mudin nyina ne say it's not as if they didn't know. Obi the suffering poor boatin. Even as a 2020 no campaign me Akufo-Addo. Until say omode war nani. But Kwabena unim say ka bi wo wa e kona utimu a wa dwen nya wo say driver na nya drive ye o. Ba wo gina nchen ya na wo say driver na drive ye. Enti na say de wo twa say ya ne onim say na chia. Enu nti those people no we can at least pardon them for being late. But it's still better late than never. Now, my last point. Kwabena, would you ever want to choose, say, your tribe over your nationality?
No. Why?
Okay. But I have a view that it is easy to change your nationality, but it's very tough. It's impossible to change your tribe.
Yes, it's true.
Do you understand? Now, you cannot say when you're Santini that Santini biem, but you can say Menya Ghana ni biem.
Yeah, it's possible.
We have so many Ghanaians who are not Ghanaians anymore, who are Americans, who are Canadians, who are whatever, because they easily could change their nationality. Now, these Mpenifui, sometimes I question about their thinking, you know, is the fact that they think the party represents a tribe.
It's wrong.
What must I say? I quite to say, Judah Busuaku, and a ye Judah Busuaku mufo, and Untino Yano, who free a mukrana, one kind who beam. And so what? Now, me, Sabi, and I'm a teary as a mania Santini beam, I may, and come up as a make Kusasini. And now say Kanjaga. And now say Meko Bulusa. And now say be a Meko, men come in court as anti beam.
I can't crown court.
Men quite can beam. Send me met way, say me as a Sammy who say me qua. Because all these people are mentioning, no, they behave like Ashantis. I don't see the difference.
No difference.
I don't see the difference between Agbenini and Santini.
No
I don't on patronimo that you green.
No difference.
In fact, even if I should cross beyond Ghana, I don't see the difference between a Nigerian and a Ghanaian. No.
Maybe voter.
You see, that makes us what we are and who we are. And you know, the reason a man or monum be aje ye almost say, I was say allow Akufo-Addo that space, you know. They got it wrong. Because party MPP etihono. MPP just a vehicle. Enti osa bus, any VIP, any STC. And I'm missing me Kumasi. And about to me me STC because I who green as NDC colors. And about to see me me Osa. Osa say first na omo blue. Me boa. Enti me kofa Osa. And na Osa. Sabi any we ni nyina enti me di kodu Kumasi. But ye kono, one who said driver onye papa. Who see free bus in Muko join bus for floor?
You got to.
Because your destination is one. You know, you say you man your four. And this NDC MPP doesn't matter. It must not matter.
No.
Because ye ni Rollins manso ye ni na twea odiako ni womu. Ye ni manso no efa kese na no ene Akufo-Addo why more than 100 times the Rollins.
100 times.
More than that. See nkum nipa emeji to me. Rollins anya bi da. Rollins nkum nipa da emeji to me da. Obi wo bia on kire me ba bia nipa ro kokun no de beji to me. Eso en nipa kan ma no atum e de nipa nkwase asem o me hu Supreme Court da bia na mbuafu. Se me mbe ma pania, se nipa me nsa me dwiro mu nyina ti ayam no wani karika mu. Omo hunfa so ben e na wo eten sa nipa nwotwe akufado akumomo no. I can make a send opportunity at the acquisition because that even happened in a democracy.
Yes.
It happened in a democracy. Now so you can pa we national security head. What kind of now we are now the national security head no. That's what first one is saying. We are sitting on a time bomb and it is ticking.
Thank you.
And so me Putunu writer. Kwabena, the wrongs of yesterday and today, it will never happen tomorrow because our minds are awakening to a point say now at the click of a button
exactly.
And until the look, it's indelible in the minds of Ghanaians and it is forever indelible until we have somebody maybe in future, in a very, very long future, to change the wrongs in the party MPP. It is collapsed. Maybe.
Quick credit Simen Kanche mo say. Ukra national idea edem. Enya kofa collateral bra. Ena o deposit way. Ena ususu savings de. De unya ya se ukra wo national ID. Oko. Wo mo bo manfo. Odwadifo. Beji bibi kakra ya adwuma wate. Quick credit no. Omukura license free Bank of Ghana and chain. From our 059 692 0833. Agarex, Yanante.
Let's start from Oshe and Sema.
It seems they are painting a gloomy picture to us as the current situation of the country.
Yes, and they are right. And that it's this how you'll be. I won't take Ghana has they are right. And let's start from Utie Professor from watching any Dr. Nyahuta Makula. I want to say, how did we get here?
Very profound.
And we got here because of hypocrisy by our so-called men of God, by our traditional rulers. A dear by some Nagana for Ankamfa Rollins. Dear Ben Sem Nagana for Ankamfa John Mahama, who sat Taubako churches in a year preaching. Mensa utabel no more omu preaching can sembi ase omu ya politics as omu ya politics na omu nya omu ye nyina more trances nyina was like they are speaking to the government in a
subtle manner no more preaching in their churches. And then
what do we see? What do we hear? Meanwhile, Akufo-Addo is doing worse than any of these people that we are mentioning. Now let's go back.
They are part of the syndicate.
And that is dangerous.
Yes.
You see, this is what is going on. A lot of the so-called men of God popular in this country, they are all political animals. They are just hiding behind the Bible and doing their business, taking opportunities and advantages in the political system, so long as it benefits them. They don't care. Because they are always walking in corridors of power. Some of them are advisors of the presidents.
Yeah.
They are benefiting. They are even making. Some of them are getting contracts behind the scenes. The same thing applies to the traditional rulers. Now, what in the twin chain? Let's go within the NPP party. Obi Ghana how because politics, Ghanaian politics. It's not tribalistic biano. Now we need the ekoso.
That's true.
Yen kanokre. The truth always sets free. Ya wan krofo wo MPP no mu a. MPP na hu ni sta no eye Achims and Asantes.
Straight.
Period. Obi a won ti sa de we ase no, you are a baby in politics. Akufo-Addo came with an agenda. And assembly anamo kana mo si o, your friend is saying enkrofo we no mu nim na se for look. They mistakenly believed say MPP a can for party. It will be a kamisi biano. It's not true. Akufo-Addo and his team came to break the Ashantis from the MPP and hijack the party and take as much money they can take from this country so they can control the political system in this country forever.
Because always Ashantis are your target.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is why as soon as he came, Kwabena Japan, friend is say, now he to all those big names na no more for hune na sifo nyina crash obia. What is the next thing? Or did on one na busuafo. Etwa ne ho hia e. Wonya na busuani kra so long as we are chimney no. Not what to baby. So now what is happening in Ghana, let me tell you. The reason why people will kill to maintain Akufo-Addo is because it is a Chim tribe and they control Ghana. It is to them a kunyato fie. It will cross now bekum. No keep kunyano fie. That is what is going on. That is exactly what is going on. So the whole situation is, look, the persona Obekaya time President Mills ebe president of Ghana no who say ni persuni ne ban e reflect on the employees ni na ni suni ne ban because unim say nipa na ye president na wa appoint no on pe basabasa nti who say wo ye bibia na President Mills na nkrofo kwa demonstration na ye say ye cost up ma say munya demonstration what you say but Akufo-Addo's persona, his arrogance, his adamant patapa nature, vindictiveness, recklessness,
because udim ayame ngwa say asemasi na presidential staffer etimi atwete say if persuasion fails,
force applies. And nobody will tell him anything. He's just an employee. The president, seat of government. Who born dog? But
you are working at the seat of
why you free and nobody will say anything.
And only where I have difficulty. I don't like mentioning their names, but sometimes I need to do it. I am saying to say Kwaku Bako. Was Senate Demwa? Is he a happy man?
Let me tell you something in this country that Kwabena you don't know. Majority of the people in this country, when they make their own money and they are comfortable, they don't care about the rest of the country. Because you see...
So, Rollins time, Kwaku Bako was not feeling comfortable in life. And let me... Into Onya to say they may fight your microphone, so no... May fight your man.
And Yamma say me and say it here. Your mama beba power. You will be kind of not. Because when you are eating, you don't talk. So you see,
correct. Then it's not.
But let me tell you something. Me de yasamaka.
De yasamaka say.
Me de yasamaka.
San oni party.
San oni payete. What you say? E deba sem na gabi ochire akwanka. Was he speaking that time because not Ghana? No. He was speaking so that they are on the tribesmen between hijack power.
Gabi crowd I'm in fan count because he's just a stupid boy. Into one way I'm mass man fan count. But omo na ye susano. Like Kwaku Bako man here news say omo very reasonable people. Level-headed people. Yeah. How can Kwaku Bako preach about Rollins or day on my airplane kwatre zaneto? Airplane pi ya no be ye issue teneye then Kwaku Bako is alive to witness Akufo-Addo eba ya
wakoto jacuzzi
what do you mean Akufo-Addo ba wa hijack creative as ya only official appointment or just salary obia nim or use creative as agency no at the year on one business. Kwaku Bako is alive to witness this. And I ask myself, so is this guy a happy man working?
May say, I'm telling you, said there are so many people in this country. And you see, if you are not careful, not obey personal, there are so many people in this country. Very few people care about this country. Very, very few people. Trust me. And you end up becoming a fool. I'm telling you, you become a fool to your country and to people around you.
You have a point.
Because trust me, very, very few people care for this country. Uti senkofo ye de be quiet. look, we are where we are, and as some year can be very serious. Maminka Akufo-Addo dey we kra sana maba ho. Akufo-Addo use strategy bi. Your friend of projectionism or projecte. Ade a onu nim se obeye no na ode hyew. So for example, exactly. Awi obo no awi ade no. Oh, me buy I've treated Ghanaians fairly. Ono anim se oboa. Eti no ni bibia asem bia obeti Akufo-Addo ka bia no. Eye opposite. Ni nature eye opposite to what he says. And a strategy, a deliberate strategy. Omu yusu. What you say? Now, Oma trust ya we say Ghana form pe basabasa. Ghana for suro if say moja, Ghana form pe basabasa. Eti na Oma strategy say oh, we buni pa ba ku na mu boba ku tua mu nyina be dwane akwese dem. And that is exactly the tactics they are using. Because a beye din beye nwanwa say oman aye team. Na yakoye election. Election aye nyina aye nim say wan wini. Election bia near esi Ghana ha like election 2020 obia nim in the glare eye of people. Yenim say election wan wini what twist a friend say only is in my one you are in bed. Everybody knows that this is not a news. Wo de emfa nyina say wa wini fine. Na Ghana for 8 Ghanaian citizens just because they were going to vote. Up to today, Akufo-Addo has not said anything, a word over it. How can such a person? And yama be koso. Utie Dr. Nyahota Maklo. Na utie and some mokana. The security of this country is at stake. And look, se oma we anya careful ahom. Ebe it is sini. We are sitting on a time bomb, and I keep saying this. The youth of this country and the majority of people in this country are losing confidence in the political class. And the earlier we wake up, the better. And none of them be me better me can say, I know your mama is coming back, whether they like it or not. But the next 4 years of John Mahama, there must be drastic changes in this country to win the confidence of the youth. There must be a deliberate, drastic changes in this country, the way this country is run, the way this country is governed. And yes, sir, then we should sit proper. Because the youth, what the political class have done to the youth is, it's like we've taken hope from them. And the worst thing you can do to anybody is to take hope from the person. These same people, Ejumana John Mahama MPP for use marketing strategy, communication, scientific communication to destroy John Mahama. Kwata. And NDC couldn't even stand for John Mahama. Destroy new way, no. And youth know high hopes, promises upon promises are more name to me and deliver those promises. No? And what this has done to the Ghanaian youth is Jomama na mo si wanya no. Mo use sebi. Look at one of the things they use. Doomso started Rolling Style. Me kaipa Rolling Style ye ka sa ko so bodam na ko down.
Say Kofo
time am ko to a friend say je beta na sifo.
Why? What would Afoko court said you already Afoko consultant Galamsey site no.
John Mahama buy no as a leader and o say problem na nyame na me cause ye, nyame time na me cause ye. But as a leader, my responsibility no. But I will fix it. These were his words. Say I will fix it. Once and for all. MPP for to me you see ma ekagana for three ma said your mama did doom so by. Meanwhile your mama and the best solve doom so. Yes. But on to me ma Ghana for jitum said your mama and they did doom so by. Yes anima way you know we my Ghana for promises upon promises upon promises, lies all over the place no. And omo buy na omo a disappointing Ghana for totally. So now all the people who are disappointed, who have been disappointed, almost sorry, oh, a friend say NDC ne MPP, the same. And your pet, and to me your pet, and because of that,
Jessica, I MPP NDC, I didn't drop any budget to me.
How?
You see, so now akwakwaya ama just
what could you try to me?
Obi anani na dwene mu do. Ah, oye observant no be say no. Your mama time na man ti say. Your mama yewe but MPP for no mom na wo kasa your mama nya no mo buy no mom no mo nya hwe. E very few people don't bet me adwene sa adwene we. It is the only way. They say Nyankopon nya adom. Na ndisi ba. Yanchere Ghana the difference.
Top choco. Mr. Ose wunyanya bia. O ya yo ho. Top choco. Eye chocolate spread ya defa brudum. Any I want a 3-in-1 chocolate drink. Ghana 4. Me Ghana 4. Fra 0243033033. Give us a bar center. Omna de eye power capsules, cold capsules, and I feel so a year by Mr. Abba. Mammy anchor a year oppose ni Edru and Chro. Imbus heba mesha oppose ni Edru no. Greenfield say a year bright soja capsules and a bright garlic plus capsules. Live Accra 100.5. Dr. Ansah Kennedy at make why your video be about Gregory Afoko. Na me pese obia tie bi sima yanko obia tie bi.
Hi, good day my fellow Ghanaians. This is Dr. Kwabena Kennedy. I wanted to address you about Gregory Afoko. If you recall, in 2015 the MPP chairman Alhaji Mahama was killed painfully by an acid attack, and Mr. Gregory Afoko was considered one of the suspects. After a 3-year trial, the government filed a nolle prosequi just before a verdict could be delivered in 2019. He was released and immediately rearrested. He was retried, and a jury, by a vote of 4-3, found him not guilty. The government has already announced its intention to retry Mr. Afoko. The question is, how many times is he going to be retried? I know that the President and the Attorney General are good people who mean well, but what began as a prosecution for justice is becoming more and more like a persecution for a vendetta against his brother Paul Afoko. Because if you recall, right after the murder was committed, some bigwigs in the MPP pressured his brother Paul Afoko to resign because his brother was a suspect. That was really unusual. The question is, how many times is he going to be tried